Feeling enthusiastic today, man. I'm seeing improvements where I needed to see them to get confident so I can get into this season with like, oh, we got this. Because, how you doing, fam? I don't mean to be. If you're on the East Coast, let me apologize. My life is a little crazy right now. It'll get better as the season comes along, though, and I will get in here at times that are going to be more appropriate for you. Anyway, games are coming up and things like that soon, so we will get it together. Glimpses of good things to come out there today, fam. Yes. From the offense on this day 11 workout and countdown towards NFL 2022. After a tough Sunday versus Niners Day, the O woke up this morning. Yeah, with a determination to get some serious work done against their own treacherous defense. I consider the 49ers fortunate, especially the offense. Now, the defense, I had my concerns. I pointed those out yesterday. I'm not sure if they're being tested as well as they should be because right now they look like world beaters. But I still need to see what's the tough offense you think we're going to face in the first 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I really don't know. But tonight, after going over the details of the Niners' encouraging offensive day 11 workout, we'll be going to the phones for your reactions. Also, some real encouraging stuff today from Trent Williams, of whom was among several players, Niner players, of course, who joined KNBR and shared what he's seen from Trey Lance. All right? Williams shared this on the Papa and Lun show, saying, quote, I'm seeing Axley go through his reads, actually sit in the pocket and try to dish the ball. Now we're going against the defense that generally drops 7, rushes 4, so that's a hard defense to pass on. But to see him sit in the pocket and actually go through his reads and not just say, let me use my feet to try to open up a play, to me, that's the thing that gives us the most confidence in him because he's actually working on that part of the game. We all know he can run. We all know he's mobile. We all know he's a special talent with the ball in his hand. But the ball moves quicker in the air than it does on the ground. Profound. That's just me saying that, though. He goes on to say, so getting him to go through those reads and hit those people and be comfortable. I know just what it'll do to fix this. Oh. To go through his reads and hit those people and be comfortable with taking his check down, living to fight another down. That's the thing that he's doing, and I think that's ultimately what's going to be what's going to make him a quarterback that can win a lot of football games in this league. See, that's why when people always are so elated with, well, Trey can escape pressure and get out of trouble. Look, you don't be getting into trouble. Get rid of the damn ball and hurry up. That's what I'm saying. If you got to run, okay, you got to run, but it better be at the right moment. But like Trent says, go through the reads, find a receiver, get rid of the damn ball. That's going to move a lot faster than your legs. That's if we're seeing that now. And he also has that ability to run, which we'll get into in a minute because he did some of that today. The Niners offense bounced back at today's practice after a challenging Sunday showing. The defense still made key plays, of course, but that at this point, they've established themselves as a league powerhouse. So there's no need to be surprised about that. What we want to see is progression from the offense against this same D. D has had a strong run throughout training camp, which is normal. At this stage also. But never mind that. Trey Lance and the offense had a more respectable showing in today's session. The team drills began with standard 11-on-11 work, with Lance completing passes to both Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel. That's what I want to hear. I'd like to hear George Kittle's name, and that's okay. And finally, because I've been a huge fan of you-know-who, Jeff Wilson Jr. had the first big run of the day, somehow squeezing past the defensive line into open space. Now that's saying something, man. Nobody gets past that defensive line. Javon Kinlaw is getting very vicious out there and scary. And every time he sees Grant Cohn on the field, it seems to inspire him to play even harder. So if you're on the offensive side of the ball, between those two guys, you're going to do a lot of suffering. Mrs. Wilson's baby boy was busy on this day 11 workout endlessly. Wilson was seen throughout practice, both running the ball and making key blocks to help open up pass for whomever was carrying the ball. JW. I mean, if he doesn't, I'm gonna give him a new name. If Wilson does well this year, he will become JW. I always love that name. It's so silly that it's fun. He had a particularly key block after completion from Lance to Samuel, allowing Debo to get up the sideline with ease. When the team moved on to red zone, work the offense did have its ups and downs, of course, because Fred Warner's out there, and Fred broke up a Lance pass to Jawan Jennings that would have gotten the offense close to the goal line, but that's okay. Another teachable moment. But Lance's connection with Debo is growing as a two connected when Debo is a triple coverage, not double. Debo was surrounded by 49ers. Threaded that needle. That's what I want to see. It wasn't a touchdown, but it was close. It was close. 2-minute drills were next, and that was when T. Lance got on his wheels. On the first snap, Lance pulled the ball instead of handing off, sprinted down the sideline. A key block from Debo helped create space and helped spring Lance for 25 yards before he got pushed out of bounds. Both T. Lance and Nate Sudfeld were able to get down to the goal line with enough time to spike the ball with just seconds left on the clock. It's going to be excitement. It really is. Move the ball work was next, and Nick Bosa, who had been getting pressure on Lance the entire practice, got past the O-line. He didn't take any time off. He got past the O-line nearly untouched. Two more names that have been missing from these daily reports. Kerry Hyder and Kevin Givens were involved today, and were also notable parts of the defensive wrecking crew, as that always seems to be the case anyway. But you know what? Along with the defensive line, Fred Warner continues to menace and antagonize the Niners' offense. While talking trash and kicking ass, Fred had multiple pass breakups. I said multiple, not one or two, multiple, along with run stops and tackles. Stop showing off, Fred. And you better bring some of that, too, come week 1, 2, and 3, too. Meanwhile, Jeff Wilson Jr. had the best runs of the day, including one where he bounced off of Javon Kinlaw, didn't allow the ball to be punched out, kept moving past the line. JW. The most impressive pass of the day was made by Nate Sudfeld. According to a report out of his shrinking pocket, he connected with Ray McLeod after what looked like a sure QB sack. And, of course, to nobody's surprise, most consistent pass rush was by Nick Bosa. Nick spent most of his time in the backfield on 3 straight plays in red zone work. That's good. Because if, as I've always said, the defense is going to win these games the majority of the time anyway. Now, you've got to have a certain amount of offense, of course. But the point is, stop those people on the other side of the field, and let's not make this a thing. We're going to score a few points here. We don't need 90 points to win a ball game. We give them 17. Remember we were doing 17 points at the beginning of 2019 and all those games we just cruised through? That's what I want to see from this defense. You know what? If we were like doing – in the first few weeks of the 2019 season, we allowed 17 points, maybe 18. And I remember when we finally gave up over 18 points, I was, damn, wasn't a good day today, was it? You know, that's what you want. That's a Super Bowl winning D. You got to have it, you know. But anyway, I want to get your assessment on this. And who are the first 3 or 4 teams that we do play? I'm wondering about that, actually, because I was Fred Warner's out there just holding a clinic every day. I want to see what he looks like. Hey, it's Dre from SF. Dre, come on in. We ain't heard from you in a long time.
Yeah, you know, Ronbo, I had to disappear on all the crazy. You know, it gets real crazy around this time of year.
I know.
Everybody act like the football season and came and went, and they know the stats and
counting us out.
Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, they're in the Super Bowl. We in the Super Bowl, and some people mind. Some people mind we playing for next year. You know, I couldn't do that no more. I was not raising my blood pressure for nobody else. I got tired of arguing. One minute I found myself defending Jimmy G. The next minute I found myself dissing him.
You know what?
You was just too confusing. They
It's your
make you like that, Ronbo.
it's your job, Dre, as a 49ers fan, to get out there and mix it up. And listen, if you're ever online and a Raider fan is involved, let me know because I got to think about them people. But but because now that now that they've polished up their roster and they've walking around, they're feeling themselves. You're hearing from Raider fans that they haven't talked to in like God knows when. Hey, Ronbo, what? Oh no, what you calling for? Yeah, man, I'm just letting you know, man, because like the Super Bowl, it may involve y'all, but for sure it's gonna be the Raiders. Oh, okay. Listen, call me back. I'm busy, man. Come on.
That's what I told my brother last night. He said, "Hey, brother, guess what?" I said, "What?" He goes, "Guess who we got?" I said, "I don't care. Let me call you, babe."
Yes. Get off the phone, right?
I didn't
just
care.
get me. Oh. And then that ain't good enough. Then you get text messages. I'll start muting people out.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're related or not.
I don't care. During football season, everybody for themselves.
Damn right.
You're not with me, you against me. Damn it. I don't care. But I want to talk about everything. I want to get in here. I ain't been in here in a minute. I'm going to talk about Trey. I think that I like what I'm hearing. The ups and the downs,
Mm-hmm.
It let me know that I ain't your dog and Patrick, my homeboy, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't been the best over the last 2 years. So I'm just gonna say that. Everybody can look at him, and I'm just saying he just do this little spinning thing when he gets scared of all the defense coming out. And Patrick Mahomes do just watch him, Ronbo. He do this little spinning thing. He looks like Kyler Murray, just back there spinning like a spin top. I did not want to see that from Trey. I wanted to see him progress. And
fundamentals. Stick to fundamentals for now. Maybe you can turn that later. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he don't do that little spin thing when everybody rushing at him. I was looking at some film they had online, and I was looking. I said, "Oh no, he don't do that little spin thing. If anything, he's trying to get rid of the ball. If not break through for a run to buy more time.
Yeah,
it's one or the other. It's not that little spin thing. Yeah, he himself. Like you know what I'm saying. He looked to get rid of the ball first, and if he don't, he just take off. Mm-hmm. I don't mind it, but I would prefer that when one of them plays, you throw the ball away because one day you're going to get your head taken off. But you can't tell Kyle nothing. He'll run a mule into the ground if you let him.
Dre, do you think we're going to be questioning Kyle? I have a feeling, though, we are going to question because this is going to be a period where Kyle's going to try to teach and Trey things. There are going to be times where we're wondering, is that what y'all worked out in practice? Kyle, seriously? I know we're going to have those moments, but we got to get through those.
I really want to know what Kyle is thinking because up the middle, I hear that we suck in the middle of the O line. I hear that the new person that we just signed is out there putting in work, Ronbo.
Which one?
For real.
Offensive lineman?
Putting in work. I don't know. Yeah,
I just read about him a little while ago. They said he looks like the best offensive lineman out there next to Trent Williams. Who is that?
That's what I said. I said, what in the hell? How he know? Wow. Okay, well, Kyle look like you got some work on that offensive line to do and do it real fast. So you're going to get somebody killed no matter who it is. It could be Trey, Jimmy. It don't matter. Billy, John, you, me, whoever else.
And Dre, you heard what they said about Aaron Banks. Javon Kinlaw is out there slapping him around like a child now. Okay,
That's what I heard.
Really? Oh no!
That's
no!
What I heard.
No!
That's what I heard. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that him and Grant got inside jokes with each other. Grant will go over to him, but he got his stat, and he'll go over to Grant and say, "Did you get that?"
and Grant will pick it up and point to it. See right here, I got that down. Big man, come on, man.
Right there. Yeah. Okay, that's what y'all got a nice relationship now.
It's kind of funny. I wish they could film that.
Yeah, and I feel like this, y'all. Y'all all relax. Trey Lance, if our defense is trash, that means this year gonna be trash.
Yeah.
If our defense is nice as it seems as it is, all them passes that Trey Lance didn't get caught wasn't on him. I know you gotta go, Ronbo, but all them passes wasn't on him. Them wide receivers gotta get separation. That's on the for real. Because if you don't, you can't just blame him like you did with everybody else. I was not affirmed it was all Jimmy's problem. You know what I'm saying?
And,
it was everybody.
And Dre, it's as I always said, it's Kyle's offense. Everybody has a job to do, and everybody has to do that job almost perfectly. Not perfect, but almost perfectly. If you are going from point A to point B as a wide receiver, and you get held up by a defender, a lot of times the quarterback is under siege. He's counting. He knows how long it takes you to get there because that's what you've been working on in practice. He's going to let that ball fire, and now if this is the only thing that worries about Kyle's offense, Kyle, you know what? Every now and then judgment calls ought to be made. I mean, I understand the discipline of that offense, but if he fires that ball and that receiver's held up on coverage, now see, Kyle, that's your fault. You're the one who instructed that.
See, that's what happened last year. Remember he threw that interception. I think it was in the Texans game, and he went up and him and Kyle had words because that was Kyle's call, and he made him throw an interception, and that wasn't what he wanted to do. He said, "Why did you make me do that? Like, nigga, dude, what's your problem? Like, hold on, homie, look, don't be out here making me look crazy."
Yeah, so that's
I feel it, but
it takes a while to get it down.
I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, it does, but I'm gonna let you go, Ronbo. One more thing before I get up out of here because I know you got a long list of people. If our defense is anything like they say that is being reported, just know Trey gonna be all right.
He's damn right.
Be about a dog because ain't nobody out there like that.
Is he saying? Because we have the offense gonna have the ball all day.
No. Right, we supposedly got the best in Debo, and Debo ain't getting no separation with nobody. He can separate the shoestring from what I'm hearing. Yeah, and then you got IU. He's the best route runner out there. He you know what I'm saying? And then what is going on with Juwan Jennings? You know, he has
to drop every day. But you know, it's early. Dre, we do have to go. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. Let's see what practice looks like tomorrow. Because I need 2 days in a row of an offensive, at least respectable showing, and then we can get really excited because that means that iron is sharpening that iron. So
put everybody out there, make it fair. Don't put backups on starters. I mean, I'm just saying. All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Always good to hear from you, Dre. Talk to you later.
You already.
Thanks, fam. Hey, John.
Ronbo.
It's the 49ers Ultimate Report, John. John, we're in here talking about today's action out there, and the show is forming into. You almost wish it was Hard Knocks was on us, but they can't because they always get the worst teams in the league to do Hard Knocks with. But wait a minute, who's doing Hard Knocks this year? Is it the Raiders? No, it's not the Raiders.
I don't know. I don't know.
I was looking at it saying, Hard Knocks is fun if you want a little bit of entertainment, but your coaches don't want to be bothered with those people running around with the cameras and isolating shots. But anyway, John, get your thoughts on today's workout.
For the last almost 2 weeks now, just listening to all the information about, our secondary, how good, ferocious, also the Trey Lance progress, how he's doing, the offensive line. Like, my biggest thing that I want to see is, Friday, to see all that hard work that they've been doing for the last 2 weeks show on the field on Friday. That's going to be, that's why this game's going to be very important. I know preseason doesn't really mean anything, but we want to see, all the practices, all that stuff that happened with Fred Warner, IU, because those guys, they're tired of playing each other. They want to get on the field, and they want to, and I think all of us want to see the progress that they're doing. We want to see, after over a year, Trey Lance sitting down, what he's going to do in the second preseason. The running backs. Everyone's been talking about that undrafted Jordan Mason. I want to see him. I've been hearing a lot of good things about him. So that's going to be something, that I want to see. And then the offensive line, everyone's talking about that.
Everybody.
Spencer Burford. Yeah. So, and then now we got Debo again, Ayuk, Juwan Jennings, the depth. And then I want to see the other running back. I want to see Ray McLeod. I want to see Danny Gray. And then on the defense, we all want to see all the young guys, Tarvarius Ward, Emmanuel Mosley, all those guys. Like,
don't forget Drake. Don't forget Drake.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the Drake. I want to see him come off that
Jackson.
edge.
Yeah, Drake Jackson.
Drake.
Yeah, and that's true. Like I want to know, besides Bosa, we all know Bosa, who's going to be the other side? There's just so many pass rushers, we don't know yet. So we're going to also find out that side. So many great questions. And just listen to the same stuff all over again. Trey Lance has his off days. Trey Lance has his good days. The running backs are playing good, this, that. Brandon Ayuk's been doing really great. We've been already seeing all the reports, all the same stuff. Now we're going to get to see it on the preseason. And all the questions are going to be answered, is it just training camp? Is it just practice? So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. And also after this preseason, so as we get closer and closer, I want to bring up this because I know he calls in the Bears fan. It's now crunch time. We're getting closer and closer to that Bears game. Oh, man, I cannot wait for that countdown because he's been trolling me. He's been goofing around. He still believes they're going to destroy us by 30-plus points, whatever he said. So I cannot wait for the preseason end so we can finally shut that Bears fan up.
John, every year in the last 4 years, going back 2019, 20, there's always that first game fan that decides to find us. I don't know how they do, but they come over and they mix it up with our fans in our chat, and they get bold and start making all kind of predictions, slandering us, and saying all kind of insulting things every year. Don Burr was probably the biggest comedian of all of them, but this year, Mike, Chicago guy's like mild. He's not really all that bad.
Yep. But anyway, so that's what I wanted to say because I heard he's been calling in, still overhyping and also another thing, like today, apparently their number one linebacker he wants out, so it's been fun, how
Roquan. I saw that. Why? He said they don't give him enough. They don't really how do you put it? They don't appreciate him enough. How do you not appreciate Roquan? So Bears. Yeah. Mike, you need to get in here, Mike, and explain that. I really am curious about that. But go ahead, John.
Yeah. So besides all of that, I cannot wait for preseason. I've read everything. I've listened to everyone. I've listened to all the podcasts, listened to the Mac Mayell post. I want to see it now, week 1 against the Packers. It's not going to mean nothing if we win or lose because it's just preseason.
We just want to see what people look like.
Yeah, and because last year, one player who, Yamador Lenore, he looked really good last year in the preseason.
Yeah.
So let's see who's going to be that guy who's going to step up, and make a name for himself on that game.
Yeah, and because we're not going to see the starters very much, they're going to be looking at some of the guys. They want to know who's here auditioning in an attempt to help us, and who's just here just to be here. So that's going to be the thing we're going to see Friday, especially this first game. Oh yeah, you're gonna see a lot of Mr. Irrelevant and Sudfeld out there. I suspect maybe a couple of plays with Trey. You don't want to run that risk. He cannot get hurt in game 1 of the preseason. Oh my God, no! Get him off the field. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's all I have. Today, Ronbo. Thanks again for having me on.
John, always a pleasure. Looking forward to you, man. We don't get enough, John. 49ers Ultimate Report. You can catch it right here on YouTube. John, pleasure, fam. All right. And I'll tell. If Chicago Mike does get in here, though, I will tell him you said hi.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows me. He knows me already. But with that said, of course, shout out to Norm. It's Niners all day.
Yes, and yes. All right, John. Have a great evening. Yeah, every year somebody come rolling up in here just because they play us on game 1. It's so funny, and they keep giving us teams that we're obviously better than. And Mike will never agree to that, but Mike, the 49ers are probably a little better than the Bears at this particular point. Don Burr thought he was better last year. The Tampa Bay fan, I believe the year before that. Every year somebody comes in, There's another one too. I said, hey, the Reverend, get in here, fam. Of the
Ronbo.
Book of Champions.
What's going on?
Man, we're looking at workouts and trying to make, we're evaluating things from the perspectives of the writers and making our own assessments. Rev, have you come up with anything clandestine in your mind that makes you believe?
Well, me dealing with high school football players right now.
That's right. You're out there working them out. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, been out here grinding, but you know, I gotta start this off like I always do. Shout out to you, Ronbo, for
Thanks,
giving
man.
us this platform to
Always a pleasure.
speak our minds and our hearts and our thoughts about our team. Shout out to the production. Shout out to my beautiful 49er family worldwide, repping that beautiful red and gold 365. Well, got that out of the way. So basically, I've been watching the show as of late and reading reports. This is training camp. This is what you got to go through. You're going to hear the good, you're going to hear the bad. What I want to see is this one key word, and I tell my kids the same thing. I want to see what this team does. That's what I want to see. We know what we're capable of. We know that we can get to that top platform. We know that we can get there. But as Niner fans, sometimes we tend to just keep our pride in and say, we automatically gonna do boom, boom, boom. But it's a game at a time. I'm excited for Lance. I think the kid is gonna come in. He's gonna do his thing. I'm not expecting Lance to come in and be this glory god. He's going to have his faults. He's going to fuck up. Excuse me for saying it, but it's going to happen. But at the same time, I like how he learns. And that's what I've been reading and watching about a lot with Trey Lance, is that he learns. And it's good that he's going against a defense like ours so that he can adjust and prepare himself. So when we do play a team that has a good defense, he'll know what to do, because Kyle has that mindset to dissect it. So, I'm loving the whole what up. I'm loving the whole defensive mindset of, because I'm a defensive minded coach.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm a defensive backs coach. So I tell my boys all the time, it's not about being the superstar. I want to see you make the necessary play. I want to see you make the necessary hustle.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how your mind works out here. So, knowing that our defense is really pushing these guys, and I love that. I deal with it in practice just about all the time. I got a kid right now, he's a defensive end, and he talks more trash than anybody else. But I love how he talks trash to make the offensive line work better.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's cool. But, this team as a whole, that's what I look at, is this team as a whole. Yeah, we hear about them, lamb chops and Seahawks and Arizona Cardinals and, shout out to Mike, you know what I'm saying? I respect you, brother. I hear you sometimes on the show, you know what I'm saying? Respect it, I can give you nothing but respect, but you ain't going to beat us. I can tell you that right now. That's just, it's not going to happen, But we've come a long way. All of us, we're from what I hear from the family, is that we're in an anticipation mode, because we want to see Trey succeed, and the kid will succeed, but it's our 49er pride that we want him to succeed when we snap our fingers. And it's not going to be that way. We're going to take it a game at a time. Ray Lewis said the best comment, I said this a couple years ago, we put our pads on the same way, we put our helmet on the same way, we get out on that field and we do what we need to do. Bottom line. So, for this team, I want to see how we do. And I firmly believe that we're going to do good. And I firmly believe, I'm not afraid of anybody that's our opponent. We're not afraid. Out of anything, I say it all the time, when you play us, it's a dog fight. So, I'm excited. We got a preseason game coming, family. Let's be happy. Rep your colors, be proud. The season is right around the corner. Let's take it a game at a time. I'm excited for Trey too. I keep hearing all the Jimmy G and blah, blah, blah. All right, Jimmy did his thing. Jimmy, thank you. Peace out. You know what it is. So, as me speaking as a football coach myself, is, let's see what this team does. And that's a concept coming from the great Bill Walsh that I'm quoting. It doesn't matter what the name on the back of the jersey means. That has nothing to do with it. I want to see what this team does. And we all know, all 49er family worldwide know what this team is capable of. So let's just go out here and do it. And that's all I got to say. I ain't going to hold you up. Ronbo, we thank you. We love you. We appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
All the time. So y'all know how the Revs do it. And the motto is, in order to beat a man, you got to beat the man.
Rev, I tell you what, your kids, they're fortunate to have you as a coach. I can tell you that kind of coach is going to sit and listen. You got all kind of great insights. You're the kind of coach that actually inspires.
I get my
young
boys
players.
fired up.
Indeed.
I get my guys fired up to. It's not necessarily about just being a superstar. I just want you to be the best player that you can be.
Yes.
And that's what it's about. And you know what I'm saying. I see in the chat Bill Walsh the GOAT. That's right. Because everything that I quote is from that book that man wrote.
Yeah.
And period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? Bill Walsh laid the foundation of what we are. And I'm not changing from it. That's who we are. And that's what's going to that's what I'm taking to the grave with me. Because I'm 49er till the day I die. I'm a 49er till I'm earth food.
There you go.
And that's how I'm going to do it. So Ronbo, we thank you. We love you. So shout out to the fam. Yo, y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be strong. Hey, we got a preseason game coming. Rep those colors. Y'all know how we do. Ronbo, I'm out.
Thanks, man.
And when you going to be back on?
Tomorrow, actually. And then, of course, game day.
Oh, well,
yeah. So if you got time.
Well, absolutely. You better be on game day because I'll be there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it. Niners for life. Let's go. Appreciate it, Ronbo.
Hey, appreciate you, Rev. There it goes. Good night, fam. And by the way, people making jokes about the Jimmy poster. Give me a break, all right? All the whining and crying about it, take it down, and now I still got to get grief? Come on. What is that? Hey, Bethel.
Rumbo, I got some breaking news.
Always good. Bethel, bring it. Let me have it.
All right. You know how Don Berg comes in and says he knows all about the Rams.
Is it?
And
okay.
I end up finding now.
Don Berg, yeah. Wow.
Oh no, Don Berg.
Don Berg. I've never heard him talk about the Rams.
Berg
well, he does talk about the Rams a little bit, huh? I guess I've seen him. Okay,
Don
go ahead.
Berg, didn't he called in and said Matt Stafford broke some records?
Oh, that's right.
6,000 yards.
Did say something about that. Though.
And I ended up finding out Don Berg used to be he doesn't know nothing about the Rams because he used to be a Raider fan. He went into Rams fan. That's why he don't know what he's talking about. That's the reason because
wait, Bethel. Wait. Where'd you get this from? I mean, how'd you find your investigation led you to this?
That's what I think. That's what I think because if Matthew Stafford was the third highest yards in the NFL, the first one was Tom Brady. The second one was Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
This is his third year in the league. Beat Matthew Stafford in more yards. So I don't know where he broke some records. Matthew Stafford had 41 touchdowns and 17 interceptions. I know more about the Rams than he does, and I'm not even a Rams fan.
Oh, wait.
So
you're talking about Marketing Pro. He's the one who said Matthew Stafford.
Marketing Pro.
Cumulative yards. He was around 6,000 yards. Yeah.
Yeah, so, he come in with this false information. I'm all like, I come in with the facts, and I'm not a Rams fan. So I thought I'll make that kind of funny stuff.
No, it's true. Well, you know what's so funny, Bethel? I sort of got blown off the mic because I couldn't. What? 6,000 cumulative yards. 4,000 yards. But he didn't have no. I thought maybe 4,000 or something, 4,000 plus. But he didn't have no 2,000 yards of offense in the playoffs.
No, he was the third one. A guy that I think his third year in the league had more offense yards than him. Tom Brady has more yards than him.
Well, Brady
I don't
does
know
that.
where he got that from.
But you know what? He did have 4,000. He nearly had nearly 5,000 yards. He had 488 something, and I guess somehow he picked up 1,000 yards in the playoffs, according to Marketing Pros mathematics. But I'm not really sure. I didn't really feel like checking into it because I wasn't really that concerned about it. But yeah, see that Stafford's nursing an elbow right now too. That he's having to go day to day.
Yeah, he is.
So it's kind of interesting to see where that goes. Rudy's still on Twitter's talking trash. So you guys, because I put a post up about Matthew Stafford. He says, "Well, you guys, I got to tell you guys, the best quarterback in the NFC is not having any problems." Hey, Rudy, you know I was going to bring that to the table tonight, talking that trash. Come on, man. He's human like everybody else. God.
No, and then another thing, kind of now going on the Niners. One thing that a lot of people don't realize is that a lot of our receivers were dropping a lot of the passes that Trey Lance was throwing, and a lot of them were straight in the money. They were straight in the hands. So you cannot blame Trey Lance for that.
Yeah,
That's
Debo
why
and
he has
Juwan.
50% completion.
Yeah, Juwan's been having a hell of a time.
Imagine, yeah. So imagine if they would have caught all those balls, he would have had a better percentage. And plus, if he's not throwing a lot of balls, his percentage is going to be low. The more you throw, the more percentage, it goes up.
The numbers,
the
numbers in the formula tend to go one way or the other. Bethel, you know what is of a concern to me though? Our receivers do have to get used to that velocity. Jimmy's passes were a little easier to handle for whatever reason, and Trey, we saw that last year when he almost killed. What was his name? The wide receiver that got cut, our return man. That
number 13.
Yeah, that one pass, it made me. I had to laugh. It was terrible, but I had to laugh because he went up. The ball hit him on top of the head and flew up into the stands. It's like he got shot with a big bullet.
Yeah.
Richie. What's Richie's last name? Anyway, Richie was handcuffed. They've got to get used to Trey's power. And that may take a minute.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll get it because Cap used to have that thing
if
too.
You've seen the workout that that wide receiver that he's on the network that he was working out with Trey Lance because he wanted to see why we drafted him, and he was actually throwing them some good passes.
Yeah, some guys like Anquan Bolden. He used to handle Cap's bullets with ease. And then we had other receivers. The ball would hit him and look like it damn near killed him, right? Then again, Cap was throwing those dimes at 100 miles an hour with the receiver just a few feet away. Now, I understand that. I've had that experience because, you want to catch it, but that ball is sizzling. You can actually hear it going through the air. Now, when it does that, that's going to be hot.
I don't know, Ronbo, if you ever played football when it's really cold.
Oh,
and they throw the football
that?
And it hurts like hell because it's so cold.
Oh, it would, yeah. Because now, it'll take time. I'm hopefully like Russell Wilson. I think had a little bit of that issue in the beginning. Russell Wilson has some of the fine. I'm always complimenting that dude. Anyway, Wilson has some of the best touch I've ever saw in any football player in my entire time watching football. His touch is phenomenal, whether it's deep, whether it's short, So he's got to work on that.
Yeah.
He'll get it. So.
Yeah, it's just basically working out and, and plus, you could see, the kind of things that he is doing, when he has to run, he could run and, there's our, right receiver blocking for him.
Yeah, they're coming around. Bethel, we had too much fun here. We talk too much about people that piss us off. We're out of time. Hey, I'll be back tomorrow, though. Okay.
All right, like Ronbo, great show.
Thanks,
hit
man.
the like, and I just exposed somebody.
This is marketing, bro. Hey, good work, Bethel.
All right, Ronbo.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, let's go Niners.
All right, fam. He is Papa Dragon.
Bravo production. What's up?
Papa, we're just going over to day 11. You know, we're looking at some of the things. And it's nice to know that, you know, we got some work done today on offense and some nice things. I was delighted to see Jeffrey Wilson Jr. come back out there. Trey. One thing I want to run by you before you get started, though. Pop, you know one thing that did concern me, though, is Trent Williams said, yeah, when we had RG3, our whole mission was to get him to the outside because he had that world-class speed. But with Trey, we could run him power. We could run him. I said, wait, whoa. We can't. Trent, my man, we can't be running Trey power, okay? If we have to in a playoff game, Super Bowl to be exact, okay? But otherwise, we ain't running Trey power. We're running him off the edges when he's got an opening. You know, I kind of say, hope they're not thinking that way. I just want to get your input on that.
Well, you know, you can't really compare the two players. You're not going to run RG3 power.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because RG3 was getting blown up like one of Donkey Kong's barrels. He was getting blew up when he got hit.
That's why they did that once and didn't do it again.
He just blew up all over the place. It just looked wrong when he got hit. Trey Lance is a lot bigger. He's bigger this year. Thick legs, thick butt. He's just a load, you know. And linebackers now are playing around 220 pounds. Mm-hmm. So ultimately, you know, if they're thinking of doing more of a kind of like a Josh Johnson, Josh Allen year one, where he's doing a lot of running and stuff like that. He's going to do 700-800 yards rushing or something like that, maybe. Mm-hmm. But it's just, I don't see it. I will compliment the coaching staff on how they're preparing them, because again, it's very difficult to really excel against the defense when the defense, they have their playbook already. They're running their defensive plays, right? They're not blitzing.
Fred Warner over there constantly distracting by saying things that are probably uncalled for. Yeah.
No, it's good that he's doing that. I mean, it's almost like a hazing that their quarterbacks are getting. It's not just him. It's everybody. It's all of them. I mean, they're hazing all of the quarterbacks.
I mean, the whole team. Fred is looking across the line of scrimmage for the ball snap. Ain't no point in y'all snapping the ball. Y'all must give it to me right now. Hey, Fred. Time out. You know, coach.
But you saw it happen today. You know, for the first time, you know, they ran a zone read or a zone, run option, and he kept it and took it 65 yards.
Yeah.
So defense wasn't expecting that, but it's not like they're game planning for practice. They have a very vanilla offense, and only thing that they're working on right now is timing. That is the main thing they're working on: timing, getting in the huddle, get out the huddle. They're not audibling. They're not doing. It's very vanilla. It just is. So it's like, even though he had a good day today, I mean, it could be a bad day tomorrow. And the more power to him, because it's not about his bad days. It's not about his good days.
That's what he gains.
It's about
every day.
It's about him getting back up, dusting himself off, getting back to work the next day, and improving and learning something, which I'm sure he's doing every single day. But it would be a lot different, again, if they had more of the playbook, if he was doing more running, that kind of stuff. Now, he is right, and Trent Williams is right to say, yeah, we can do quarterback power. He's right. They can do that. But obviously, it's going to be probably short yardage, maybe a long yardage situation, or goal line. I don't think it's going to be a staple of the offense. But yeah, they can run quarterback power, and they can run it 15 times a game. I just don't know if he's going to last throughout the whole season.
I don't want that.
So I don't think that's the plan.
We got Tyrion D. I got Debo if necessary. I got big, strong guys. Jeffrey Wilson Jr. I don't need to have my quarterback doing no power.
But don't stress.
Run around the side.
Don't stress. We know that. Don't even stress. Because, again, you want to put it out there that we got that. You put it out there. That just means that's something they have
Keeps
to
the
prepare
defense
for and guard.
off. Yeah, that's true. Keeps them off guard.
Exactly. So, and Kyle Shanahan, and I said this last time I was on, that they're not running their offense right now. And Kyle Shanahan admitted as much today in his press conference. Oh, he goes, we're going to put that offense in after the last preseason game. That's when he's putting the offense in. So you're going to see a whole different thing week 1. So, the fans in the stands and Roquan sitting next to the fans, enjoy it. Enjoy it, baby. It's going to be a show. You're not going to know who's got the ball. You're not going to know. And see, another thing
Roquan ain't playing. Too. Hey, Pop, remember this. Roquan, it will be in the stands, is right, because he's sitting down there. Y'all going to appreciate Roquan Smith, so I'm going to sit up here and see how well you do.
He's going to be sitting next to Mike. He's going to be sitting next to Mike in Mike's mom's basement, drinking Colt 45. That's what Roquan's going to be.
That's where when's the last time?
That's where he's gonna be.
I wouldn't even be seen drinking a Colt 45. There's trends in beer, Pop. It's like black folks drinking Schlitz malt liquor. I stopped drinking that just for that reason. I don't want to be typecast.
Anaconda beer. So yeah, when that offense goes, it's gonna be different. See, there's something else that's not happening either. Again, what makes the 49ers offense so dangerous is the run game, because they come at you from different angles. So you got Debo, who's 220-something. He's running full speed, cracking you up from the side. You got Juice. He's coming at you from the side somewhere. And you got Kittle. So a lot of stuff, it hasn't happened yet. So putting the 49ers through the fire right now is the right thing to do. And for people to put too much stock in what's happening right now is just kind of irrelevant, because like I said, we'll see what happens probably around, October. But right now, if that running game, I think the running game is going to be good this year, because I think Spencer is the truth. That kid, have you seen him?
Burford?
Oh, he just looks like Ronbo, he's swole. He reminds me of Larry Allen. That's what he reminds me of. He's swole. He reminds me of Larry Allen. I swear to God.
Looks like he's going to start, too.
No, he is starting. He's starting. Yeah. Banks is going to start. But it's going to be a different thing when the actual offense is in, when you don't know who has the ball. They fake to this person, fake to that person, hand it to this person. And you're looking at where the ball's at. You're looking left, right. You're looking left and right. And then all of a sudden you get cracked from the side by Kittle
That's why Lamar Jackson and company used to freak me out, because they were playing hide the ball from the time it snapped. They were moving so quickly back there, getting rid of that ball, and that's all within after it snapped. Seconds later, I said, you don't know who has the ball. All of a sudden, Lamar comes sprinting out of there at 100 miles an hour. That is so frightening. That game scared me so bad that year, but we hung in there, almost won it. So
No. We're going to be trouble for teams this year. It's going to be interesting, but we're going to be in it, I think. Number 2, I want to talk about catching the ball.
Fam,
the ball touch your hands, catch the damn ball.
Please.
The college kids were catching these balls. The college kids were. The reality is that we are a running football team. We are a running football team. We're not used to catching the ball. Did you see the video?
They're out of time.
Yeah, no, we're out of time. I mean, with this, you see the video of Brandon Marshall? He was catching some balls from Trey, and he said, "Come on, man, you're number 3, give it to me." And he was just zipping them in there, and Brandon Marshall's old ass caught every single one with his hands.
Brandon's a Pro Bowler. These guys,
but that's how
they got to toughen up. So
they got to catch it. Yeah. You're getting paid money, man. You got to catch the ball. Period. You touch your hands, you got to catch it. I don't hear that he throw the ball too hard or he don't throw a spiral. If Anquan Bolden was there, he'd catch it.
It's just a matter of adjustment. They'll get it. All right, Pop. I'm going to see you tomorrow and looking forward to it. All right, fam.
Yeah. All right, man. Good night.
Good night, Pop. And give my best to Bam and Boom. I love those names.
Oh, I will.
Bam, Boom.
And look, those little twerps they've been in bed since 8.
Right. Night, Pop. Before production drives me nuts over here. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, production. Come on now.
And I see the logical truth says, "Hey, Ronbo, this is Ryan. I'm going to training camp tomorrow and can't wait to speak the gospel on Thursday." Can't wait to hear from you too, Ryan. All right, fam. And let's go to 224 in Illinois. Hello, Illinois.
It's me.
I was about to say, could that be the cornflake kid? Hey.
Yeah, I had it's me on the phone. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, we haven't heard from you in how long?
I don't. Well, about
middle of
like
last
5,
season?
maybe. Nah.
Yeah, Tyler, and you sound like a man that's been through life, and it's not always been a big smile. Some days you conquered, some days you were defeated. All right, what's going on with you, real quick, before we run out of time? And then give me something about the 49ers.
All right, I guarantee you're gonna ask me about the Roquan situation. I already gave my thoughts about it on my channel, Chicago Sports Talk. Michael, it is my original channel. My thoughts about it is simple. It's
Michael,
wait,
Mike. You know what? You had me confused. I thought you were Tyler because I saw it in Illinois, and Tyler's the only caller I knew we had in Illinois. But I forgot. You're the guy also from Illinois. It's Mike. Mike, I should have known you were listening, and you would have some things to say about some things that were said earlier about Chicago. It's Mike. Well, come on in, Mike. Continue.
It's Mike. So my thoughts about the Roquan situation is simple.
Yeah.
He wants to get paid, and that was a quote unquote power move. It was a power move by Roquan, in my opinion, because that was the only way he could get to the front office's heads, just to request a trade. But I think he's going to force Ryan Poles to make a tough decision: either pay him, or he doesn't want to be here anymore. So,
Mike, one question before you go next.
Right.
Are you guys in how are your finances? I mean, are the Bears able to? They're not to the edge of the cap, are they?
They have, I think, like $18 million for this year, and for next year the Bears have the most cap space.
Oh, okay.
So they've been clearing a lot of cap space, getting rid of Mack and letting go of Hicks, letting go of Robinson. Like, it's not like the Bears are not going to have that much money for Roquan. They just need to get him on. They just need to pay him the money, pay Roquan the money, and Roquan deserves it. I don't see why Ryan Poles, which is our new general manager, by the way, is refusing to pay Roquan.
Yeah, but Mike, no matter who it is, when players go public making their demands like that, a team can't just kowtow and say, "All right, fine, we're sorry, get in here." This is the song and dance you got to go through. In fact, players would be wise not to go public like that because you embarrass your organization to a degree, and now they're going to act silly along with you for at least a while. Can you imagine the assistant coming in? Sir, it seems Roquan is letting the media know that he needs to be paid. How do you want to respond to this? And then the owner's going to say, make him wait. It's going to happen every time. So, that's why I don't know why players do that. So Roquan is not going to get paid until God knows when. And they're not going to trade him.
He's going to. What are they? It's like, what are they going to get out of Roquan? Third, maybe at best you're going to get your best bet is second round pick. It's not like you're going to get a king ransom out of Roquan. So if I'm Ryan Poles, you just pay the man. Just pay the man. Like, it's not that hard. I mean, like, I can't. That's why.
Is anybody else on your roster that may think they need to get paid?
No, it's only him. Tevin Jenkins has returned to practice, and Robert Quinn is also in full pass. So, and as far as week 1 goes,
because you got to be careful, because if you pay Roquan immediately, then the rest of the guys say, whoa, what about me? It's gonna be what about me for anybody else that thinks they should have got something. So
I can't wait for Saturday. We play the Kansas City Chiefs, the first preseason, and I'll be keeping my close eye on the 49ers and Packers game. Going to keep a close eye on Trey Lance, a.k.a. Niner by Nature's boyfriend.
Aren't you going to be worried about also Detroit? Is Detroit playing this Friday?
Nah.
No, they're not playing this weekend, are they?
I'm not worried about Detroit. Domberg can be in our live streams. Actually, he leaked out his ticket information again. I'm not kidding. He actually leaked out his ticket information again.
That's good. So it'd be funny if, as he sits down, and all of a sudden, there's people, that number is what? What's the number of your seat? Yeah. Are you Don Burr? Who's
no, I'm
asking?
not Don Burr.
No, this is what you ask
Don Burr.
as you're sitting down in the stands, and you see the number. He leaked out information as to where he's sitting.
Yeah, he said he's going to be in Soldier Field. I'm like, Don Burr, ain't no one trying to look where you are. You're probably,
just saying, but I mean, how much fun would it be, though? Mike, can you imagine if did he leak out seat information, you said, or ticket information?
Like he said in the comments, I'll be in Soldier Field when you guys play us, and he gave the seat number. I'm like, dude, Don Burr, you're probably some fat dude living in his mom's basement, typing Detroit versus everybody in every single stream. Like, enough with the shit. Ain't no one scared of you, Don Burr. Ain't no one scared of you too, Niner by nature. I know you've been tagging me on Twitter a lot.
This is just what this fan time is funny time before the season gets started. Everybody sells woof cookies. Anyway, Mike, okay, you came in and cleared that up because that was my question, and I was dying to know. Okay, so that's what we're going to do about Roquan, and we'll see you this weekend and see what your game is like as well.
Niner by nature, a bullhead clown.
Mike, have a good night.
Acknowledge me. Nobody cares about you. Get your ass off. Sorry, ass bears. I don't understand that motto, bear down. Yeah, you motherfuckers always go down.
That was a good catch. That went right over my head. I missed that. Anyway,
hey, I was in Chicago last year. I kept hearing that bear down. Like, what the hell is bear down? You Bears are going to go everything. They kept seeing me in my Niners here. Bear down. What Bears are going down? I'm like, okay, I guess you already know you tend to lose the game. But okay.
Oh God! But anyway, things are looking. You know what? Pop put it right in perspective. Things are looking like they need to look. You know, we don't need you and I both emphatically agree. We don't need no defense out there getting the butt handed to him every day because that's a bad sign. So Trey's out there learning. The offense is learning. Fred is polishing up his bother people skills. Everything's coming out right.
Especially with Fred, you're going to see what he's going to be doing to the opponent. He's going to keep doing the stuff that Richard Sherman used to do, getting your head. He's kind of doing the same thing. So
yep.
I'm all for it. Get him the quarterback's head.
I hope I hear about him doing it to every team we play. Boy.
No, it's Fred. It's Fred. He's been doing it. So it ain't nothing new. It's just we hear it more. Because like I said, he's on our team.
Mm-hmm.
We used to hear Richard Sherman doing it. I mean, you heard it from Crabtree saying it. Man, Richard Sherman does too much. So I think you should beat him if you have a problem with him. If you can't beat him, then you have a problem. This is why I don't like Crabtree. He cried too much. Like, dude, if you don't shut up, I'm like, dude, you're over whining about somebody. Beat him if you got a problem. Stop him. But he couldn't. And Richard Sherman wasn't all that great.
I know, right?
Anyway.
And Crabtree with boy. Anyway. Because, Anquan Bolden didn't put up none of Richard Sherman's stuff back there. None. And he abused Sherm a number of times. And I said, that's... come on, Crabtree.
It's just a player. It's just every player. You get in their head, and you get in their head, and they fall apart. Like Shanahan said, like Greg Shanahan said, some players are all stars in practice, and when the lights come on, they fall apart. So it's true. So,
yeah, it is. We see it every year.
Yeah.
In fact, Demo last year was a star in practice. I still like that guy though. I hope he can make. I don't know if he's gonna make the team or not, because I don't see him being ahead of Womack and Darqueze Denard. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I definitely will see what happens. A couple more practice weeks, and we got that game on Friday. So we'll see what happens. It's just a way to see. Like the rest said, I'm all for Trey. I just want to see what he does. He doesn't have to be the superstar. So you don't need that. You need him
Well, not
control
right
the game,
away. Yeah.
beat off. No. My thing is just control the game, get down the field, get a first down, score a touchdown. That's all he has to do. You ain't got to be a super explosive second him out of here because these 60, 70-yard bombs down the field. You don't need him to do that. Of course, it's nice, but you don't need to do that every damn day.
I know.
Then they'll know you're going to do that every time.
Mm-hmm. And then you be up there with Matthew Stafford, 16, 17, 18 INTs. That's why, throwing the ball 40 times and 20 of them is deep downfield, you are begging for trouble. If they won a Super Bowl, well, they got lucky to win that. I want to see them do that again.
How about this? The last time the Rams were even really good, and everybody knew by now, I said Kurt Warner was on the team. Other than that, the Rams were still nobody. They're going to fall apart. They're just one injury away from not even having a team. I think what I think. I think the Rams want Jimmy. If Stafford really ain't going to work out, I think they'll pick up Jimmy.
Maybe because
I think
I got to go with that because you know what? What's his name? Liked Jimmy from first time he seen him. Remember that day we first played the Rams and Jimmy was just tearing them apart, and McVay goes over and tells Scott, "Yeah, he looks like he got something there." So it says, it's possible.
I think he might be. Jimmy might be coming around.
God, that would piss me off. Like the only thing that pissed me off was if he became a Hawk. God damn it! I do not want him in this division, especially with teams I don't like.
Play. I don't care if Jimmy goes to the Rams. He goes to the Seahawks. Hey, we know his bad tendencies. So,
well, he knows ours too, so I don't need that. He can tell McVay all McVay needs to know he didn't know. I want Jimmy out of the division. I want him on the East Coast. Hey. I don't care where he goes. Just get the hell up out of here.
We're still 6 on the regular division, so I don't see too much Jimmy telling McVay too much. So unless they take that title away from us and beat us in the season 6-0, then I can say. But other than that, don't worry about that. They just got lucky that like the division again. I mean, we always get one, but in the division, we're still in the division regular season. We're still 6-0. So.
Most managers don't like to. You can throw other players. You don't want a QB running around in your division. It's not a good thing. There's all kind of disadvantages to that. You want him gone. That's why when you see a trade made, it's out of here.
Yeah. Of course, you don't want him in the division, but
Yeah. Best example, Tom Brady. He leaves the conference, period.
Division. Somebody just did it in the division, the East Coast. And who was it? They took somebody went to a different team. They just did it too. Was it Carson?
What? Oh, Carson, yeah.
No, it wasn't Carson.
Well, he did what he did.
Somebody traded to somebody. Yeah, okay.
Baker Mayfield
they'll do it, so.
Over to Carolina. Those are the deals you make.
Not a big deal. Like I said, I'm just waiting for Friday. See what Trey, see if Trey has commanders out there, what he can do. So, I'm not expecting too much. I
He's
just
got
can't
that
wait.
down.
Can't wait for week 1. I'm ready for week 1 is what I'm ready for.
I know, right?
So the Bears really can go.
Won't be long. Actually, you consider the end of the month? We got 2 weeks more of this month, and it's getting close.
Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready for my Denver trip. So you're getting ready for that.
Yeah, that's it. I can't wait to hook up with you when you get there. That's going to be funny. But there he is. Put the camera on him. That's Russell Wilson.
I'm ready for my Denver trip.
God.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. That's we'll get past Russell Wilson. We have to. Because I don't want him running around. Him and Sierra over there. Sierra's over there doing new dances and everything up in the stands. So, this is why Russell Wilson.
I think we're going to be. Something tells me we might be on a little bit of winning streak. I just had that feeling. If we can get past Russell Wilson, I think we'll have a little bit of a winning streak going on.
Because Chicago, you know the schedule, right? What's game 2? Chicago's
Chicago.
The Hawks is game 2.
The Seahawks, then the Broncos.
Isn't that funny?
Game 4. Oh, I think it's the Falcons. I think he's
I'm
going
not-
a little bit
I'm
on
looked.
winning streak.
The funny
Yeah,
thing is, you play the Hawks, and then you play Russie next following week with his new team.
Yeah.
The schedule makers did that on purpose. Damn them anyway.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. I think he's over a little bit. That's why I told you, hey man, we have a good chance. I don't see why we're not getting in the playoffs. I told you, we got a good chance to win 11 to 12 games.
Yeah.
It's just, Trey, pretty much it's on Trey.
Yeah. Well,
Got the defense.
I think it won't. It will score. It's about the defense making other teams embarrassed. And that's going to be a big thing. If we get takeaways and things like that this year, it pumps up the whole team when your defense is dominating like that. So, anyway, Emilio, I'm gonna see you tomorrow then, and last talk before we get to the game this weekend, which I can't wait.
Yeah. You have a good night, sir.
You too, fam.
And production, everybody else out there. And you
Thanks,
non-49er fans, stop. You know you want to be Niner fan. That's why you guys come on here. Stop. Especially you, Don Burr. The marketing pro. You see the main ones. All right, Ron. Have a good night.
You too. That'll be there. And JJ.
Oh, hey, Ronbo.
JJ.
That had to be the most distorted call I've ever heard. How did you understand the thing he said?
Yeah, I always wonder if anybody because I got the headphones right in my ears, right? So yeah, Emilio's at work, and you gotta love him because he takes time out from his work. I figure Emilio's running. Yeah, I figure Emilio's running things down there. Emilio, JJ didn't even recognize you. Yeah, that was he's busy, but he's still.
I didn't hear that.
He's like he's got to talk some 49ers. I love it. But JJ, I love to hear you and I say a big show. Get in here tonight. The contrasting thinking between the two of you, along with the marketing pro in the mix, makes for hell of entertainment. Marketing pros on drugs,
well,
so.
Steve, again, I've said it a million times. I'm fair, Ronbo. That's really what it is. And to show that I'm fair, I love what I heard today about Lance. I loved it.
Yeah.
Because I keep hearing how great this defense is, and that he actually had a good day today.
Yes. Yeah.
And I've always noticed this in this thing. If he's going up against a really, really good defense like this, I'm not paying attention to any other team right now, so I don't know how good anybody else's defense is. But the only way the kid's going to get better, I mean, yes, he's dealing with a top 5 defense, I would say.
I would.
But he has to get out there and face other defense too.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And just to get mentally and physically prepared. Exactly.
Yeah. So I think, like 2019, it'll start a lot real run heavy. Let them get used to, let them gel a little bit, find out how to read defenses and all that stuff.
Mm.
And then maybe around, like I said, around 2019 when Jimmy started popping around, maybe like game 5 or so, maybe that's when Lance will start lighting it up.
Yeah, because he'll have confidence, and teams won't know what to expect. Because, JJ, once you establish that you're a run team, and Kyle's always going to run the ball. He's always going to do that. So teams are still going to be a little off guard. And then you start doing weird things with Trey, like some of those runs that he's going to do, design runs and things like that. Now the 49ers become unpredictable. Yeah, well, the design runs are going to be a little better this year, I figure, than last year.
I hope so, man.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I heard today he had like a 90-yard run or 80 or something like that.
65.
I was like,
I know.
65, all right.
Anything can happen when they run that far, too. It doesn't have to be a contact. That's how you get hurt as a quarterback anyway. So it's, and quarterbacks always who run. And everybody loves, he's a mobile quarterback, he can do this, that. But, yeah, but guys, they get hurt a lot. I want him to stay there. Get rid of the ball. That's what I'd rather have. Just get rid of the ball. If you have to go, okay, but get rid of the ball. That's my thing.
I couldn't agree more. I like seeing the ball in the air. I hate seeing this, but that's the sexy part of football. But again, people always want this flashy run around, this and that, blah, blah, blah. That's cool, but very rare that mobile quarterbacks win Super Bowls. I just hope that Trey ends up doing what Steve does, what Steve Young does. Yeah, you're mobile. It's cool when you're mobile when you need to be, but work on that accuracy, you're just going to be phenomenal.
Get that ball to the playmakers.
That's what I really want from dudes.
Hey, JJ, it's
But,
like
yeah,
Trent Williams says, the ball moves through the air a lot quicker than it does with your feet.
Mhm. Yeah, I watch a lot of baseball. Baseball, same damn thing. You can't catch up to that ball.
I know.
It's too damn
And it's
fast.
over his head, and that ball's off the wall. The runner's running first. He's on his way to second. Oh, bobbled the ball. He's on his way to third. Yeah, see, you cause all kind of havoc with the ball in the air.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
But I'm
agree.
excited for, is it Friday? I think it's Friday.
It's a Friday game. Yep. And
I
Green
wish
Bay.
we can go a year without playing the Packers, though.
I know, right?
I'm so sick of the Packers.
Or New Orleans.
There's
In New Orleans. Those are the two things that are bothering me the most. Always playing New Orleans in Nolans, and playing the Green Bay Packers, even if we have to play them in practice, we got to play them. God.
It's always a nerve-wracking game to me. We always beat them, but it's always nerve-wracking. I hate it.
Except for one time. When we had COVID take out half our team. And they insisted we play that game, JJ. I'll never forgive the NFL for that. God. Got to reschedule that.
The COVID game. Oh, you're talking about Nick Mullins playing?
Was it Nick? It was Nick, right? All the receivers were
I think
out.
it was Nick, yeah.
We had Richie James and Trent Taylor, I think, as the only receivers we had. You know? Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's just... And Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, they rescheduled them 2 or 3 times. 49ers, you'll play this Thursday night game and you'll like it. Whoa, man!
I'm telling you, Ronbo, I don't know what it is. It's either the NFL is still mad at Eddie DeBartolo for what happened 50 years ago, or I don't know. They're not going to let us get a Super Bowl unless we're completely destroy the other team.
Well, maybe they like Trey Lance. They want their golden boy. Tom, of course, is the golden boy of all time, so that's why they allowed him to beat Mahomes up. And who else?
Well, Tom Brady is Satan. Did you know that?
I know. TB12.
And his wife's a witch. Uh-huh.
He quits. A few minutes later, come on, guys. You know I was kidding. There's no way I'm going to sit out this year. All right, Tom, what was that thing you were doing? Your kid caught you in that room with the door closed rapping.
Oh, that was below the belt.
Made me laugh so hard. Tom gets up. His kid comes in. What are you doing? What? Nothing. That's.
I hope you're not talking about that making out with his son thing. Oh my God.
No.
My wife brings it up all
There was
the time.
what's that rapper? The white kid that came in. He's hitting all the charts. Tom was trying to go along with the song and rap with him, and his kid walked in, and I says, "No, that's funny. Your kid caught you."
What in the world?
I'm gonna find that link and I'll send it to you. It's hilarious. Anyway, we gotta go. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, bud. All right, man.
Give my best to the Twins.
I want to say shout out to Niner faithful, not the fakefuls. Niner by nature. I'm looking at you. All right, have a good night, Robo.
You too, JJ. Jimmy, was that scripted? If it was, I enjoyed that so much. Hey, Austin.
What's happening, Ronbo?
Austin, we're sitting here going over to today's training camp as we do each and every year, and we saw some things that were really encouraging because we don't mind the defense having a field day most of the time because that's what you probably need, but not every day. You got to see some sparkle of the offense at some point. We saw it today, and some growth in our young quarterbacks. So, Jack, thank you, Jimmy G. Jack Harlow, we enjoyed that. Austin?
I'm still here.
Yeah. So, Austin, your feelings on your day as far as football goes?
I like what I see out of our camp. Dak is getting the offensive ready. CD's looking good. He's catching balls over Trayvon now. I guess Trayvon's just going to get all the work.
I love when you mention Trayvon, but because when you say that CD is out there working him, that's interesting.
Yeah, Dak's just throwing lob passes, and he's just going up and catching them. Trayvon can't do a dang thing about it.
Let's go, Trayvon. Hey, but listen, if you got to respect him. 11 INTs, that is not easy to do in the NFL. I don't care what year we're talking about. It could be when the football first started till 2021. That is no easy feat. So, you still got a good time. You still got a good corner, man.
Yeah.
When do you guys play Buffalo? Do you play them this year by any chance, though?
No Bills.
Everybody's waiting for Dallas versus Buffalo for that matchup, right? Stephon versus his brother. And you know Trayvon's going to run it. Oh, I got my brother, so don't even talk anything other than that. I'm covering Stephon. Trayvon, let me talk to you for a minute if I'm the coach. Listen, I think we should put blah blah on him. I think listen, it's that brotherly thing, okay? It's your relatives and your libels. One of you is, imagine that Stephon's probably going to do what he's going to do, but I don't know how you feel about your brother. Let's not do this.
Or Ronbo will have safety help, and Trayvon will be like, I don't want no dang safety help. I'm going to show my brother I was always better.
It's too bad you guys aren't playing this year. That would be all on entertainment. It's Stephon versus his brother, Trayvon. God, that would be so much fun.
That would be money.
Yeah. Yes. That would fill the seats, no matter whether in Dallas or Buffalo.
Or we could be in Mexico or Germany. It still fills the seats.
Yeah. So,
Like the 49ers, y'all are going to Germany, aren't you?
No, we're going to Mexico. Yeah, and we're playing the Cardinals, and that should be an interesting game. 49ers got a lot of fans down there. I don't know how the audience feels about Arizona, though. I've not heard anything. Because, in Mexico, they do love the Raiders, and they like the 49ers. I imagine they might like the Cowboys.
I know in London we got a lot of fans.
Yeah. London's all about the Jaguars. That's it. Who do they like in Mexico? Hey, any of our Latinx fans that know a lot about Mexico, who do they like the most? Please don't tell me it's the Raiders, though. I worry about that. I don't want them to like the Raiders the most. No!
Not the Raiders. Hey, but Ronbo, we're going to take care of the Rams for you this year.
Yeah, we plan on doing the same. They got no place to run. Because the Rams, if Stafford's going to be out there at 70% or 50% or whatever he is, that's going to be interesting. We'll see. If we can move the ball.
But, Ronbo, thank you. Thank you for your time as always. I know you're a busy man, so I'll let you.
Thanks, Austin. All right. And send our best to Trayvon.
We'll try. But go Cowboys, and I'll see you next time.
Looking forward to it. Good night, Austin. Hey, KC. KC. Oh.
Ronbo.
Yes, Casey.
Let's ride.
Hey, let's roll it. Got them shock absorbers? Make that baby bounce.
No, I'm
Nobody does that anymore.
Russell Wilson's doing, man. No. I'm talking what Russell Wilson said, man. I thought you saw that, Robo.
Oh, I did. I forgot about that. And you know what? He got more. Oh, man, he got shot at. Oh, my God. People went after Russ. Oh, Russie Wilson is really a nerd.
Bring me back.
He really is kind of a nerd.
Bring me back on the next caller so I can try that intro again. No, I'm just
And you did go over my head. I forgot about that.
I was really hoping you would get that, Robo.
I'm sorry. I forgot. Russell Wilson's always saying things to get himself into trouble. That's why a few years back I was in tears laughing because I had the same thought. Russell Wilson, somebody in the locker room says, for one thing, Russ ain't black enough. I said, what? Oh, my God, you did not say that. I said, Russell Wilson he says some of the corniest things all the time, right? So Russell Wilson's famous for saying these things. He's running around wearing his own jersey, Casey. Russ, why are you wearing your own jersey, in public?
Or like after the 5 interception game, he still had his helmet on.
It's standing on the sidelines looking like somebody peed on him.
Put me in, coach.
And he did that during a regular game. See, that's why I would say, Jimmy G, we scrutinize Jimmy if he even comes out on the field with his fingernails too long. And at least he did that in practice. And you got other guys do that in games. So, Russell Wilson, certain players are always going to get a pass. No matter what they do wrong, they're going to get a pass. Aaron Rodgers, my favorite guy. Over a decade, Aaron Rodgers has left the playoffs, hadn't even gotten to the Super Bowl. And people still praise him like he's a god. And I that's just the way it is. Certain guys can get away with certain things and others can't. That's just the way it's going to be.
Statistically, Ronbo, this guy Aaron Rodgers has the numbers, man.
But he still needs to add to his legacy, Casey. You need to win a Super Bowl, at least if you're going to be in the league this long. Win one every 5 or 6 years.
No, it's okay, Ronbo. I like his playoff luck.
Con Air. His new look is even more.
He just can't get past Lambeau in the snow, man. And it's a tough place to play. But he runs into the 49ers running game. And people like Frank Gore.
Mm-hmm.
And people like Jordan Willis, right?
And defenses that tend to make him uncomfortable. Like
Robbie Gould.
Yeah, and it is Robbie. Yeah. So we're going to find out this year.
I feel like I need to address something here. There's something missing from the presentation of the Ronbo Sports Show.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. To my right, call. My dude.
I went through my entire call last time, and then I turned on the show, and I was like, oh, my God, it's missing.
We're gonna put something else up there. So it's gonna be retired HOF. We're not putting up any current players.
I want to see like Ronbo with like an afro and some bell bottoms over there or something.
No. Let's put.
Well, then it's got to be Frank Gore. It's got to be Frank Gore.
Yeah, Frank's getting votes. I like Frank. I like Willis. Jerry Rice, of course, and you got
Dwight Clark on there.
Hey, you know what though? It's hard to find certain fatheads.
Patrick Willis.
Yeah, no, Willis is definitely
George Kittle.
George Kittle. No, George is current.
Both with Thanos.
Yeah, who? Thanos.
Yeah, both with Thanos.
I like that. Thanos. Yeah, I still think they shouldn't have killed Thanos. They were wrong to do that. I loved him. But hey, what do you think about today's practice? Now, today, we're seeing the offense chip away. And that's what you got to do against that 49ers defense right now. They are grisly. So, you hear about some good things that happen. Yeah.
I don't like how they write the depth chart. It seems like
I saw that
years
too.
They've written it so confusingly. Like once you get over to the right side of it, it starts to get so bunched up and stuff. Yeah.
I don't know if they mean second string or what do they mean.
I'm so sad to see Jimmy on the fourth string. I'm like, why is Jimmy fourth string, man? You guys can't even put him on second string right now. Man.
I know. Well, he's not on the team, basically. That's why.
Who are they fooling right now? I'm just like, God, what are these guys doing? Poor Jimmy, man. At least we can say Jimmy's handled it well, right?
All right. That's why he's my dude. But if I'm Jimmy, look, guys, I think we're wasting each other's time. How about just let me go? If you can't get a trade, at least you owe me that. And they do, so.
I'd just sure love to see, behind the scenes of Jimmy just being like, man, fuck those guys.
and air punching. And tears roll down his face. They're doing this to me. The hell, man. But before I came, they were like lower than whale crap. And now I got to put up with this.
He throws his Subway sandwich. He throws his Subway
against the wall.
I've had enough of this Subway crap. I'm out of here. I love you, Jim. I'm sorry, man. Stop
God.
overthrowing receivers. All right, man.
That makes sense.
All right, bud.
You said
No,
we
but,
got
you
2
know,
weeks.
Ronbo,
August 29th, I think, right?
I'm stoked, man. I feel like they're so. I feel like they have actually a little bit. I feel like they might be a little thin at linebacker, but all over the board, they're yeah.
I don't know, Casey,
'Cause I feel like there's
linebackers.
just such a drop off.
Really?
I feel like there's a drop off after
How
Fred,
come?
Aziz, and Dre.
How many more do
There's
you
just a
want?
big drop off there.
That's 3 guys right there. Casey, you scared me.
I know, but
Yeah.
but the health. I feel like their health is still a little bit questionable. All 3 of them.
Yeah, because Aziz and Dre make it. Well, you got Flanagan Foles. There's another guy in camp that's not bad. I don't know how many they're going to keep though. They're not going to keep more than 4 linebackers. Well, maybe 5.
I'm stoked for Ambry Thomas this year. I'm stoked for their the guy Price, the running back Price, and Jeff Wilson and Elijah Mitchell. They're gonna have a strong running game.
And you know this too.
They're gonna be
Well,
tough
Casey,
to beat.
we're going to run out of time. Casey, I tell you what, I'm going to be back tomorrow though. It'll be before we get to game day, and be looking for you. And next time you come in with a Russell Wilson joke, I'll be ready.
Appreciate it, Ronbo. Thank you, production. As always, Ronbo, shout out Brunskill. Thank you, man. Have a good night, Ronbo.
Thanks, Casey. And Brunskill, I know he thanks you. I'll talk to you later. At some point, Casey's right, we do have to find a sense of humor about the offensive line. And right now, it's just not funny. But hopefully they do a good job. And then we say things, hey, we're winning all these games with an offensive line that most teams would get slain before the game even started. And we're 6-0. How nice would it be to say that? DM 49 says, remember my name, Ronbo. 49ers will win number 6 this season. No ifs, ands, or buts. Get ready because we're going to celebrate this season. We're about to light up NFL up. Get your popcorn ready. My popcorn will stay ready just on the strength of that message alone. DM, thanks for that contribution. And yes. And it's Howard. My dog, Howard. Howard's got that.
Going on, big dog.
Howard, we're just sitting there checking out, man, because it's like every day we already know about the defense, and Fred Warner got people out there fighting and carrying on, and then today the offense got on them. They put a little slap down on them, you know. But Howard, what are your observations on this? Was like Pop was saying earlier. You know what? Every time the defense goes out there and just beats hell out of the offense, we need to be able to appreciate that, because these are the times when they need to get beat up, and they can learn some things before they get out there in a real show, and maybe they'll know how to take an ass whooping and respond to it. And you know what? Howard, what are you thinking?
I agree. Papa Dragon, he's spot on with that, man. Just like I said the other day, if Trey was tearing up this defense every single day, that is pretty worrisome.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I would be more worried about the defense than Trey Lance at this point if he was doing this every single week or every day. Sorry, every single day.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and you know what? And that goes for Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback or Tom Brady. If he's just beating hell out of the defense every day, oh, man, and that would be worrisome as well. So with Trey being a first-year man, I'd be scared to death.
Bro, the whole league better be afraid, man.
Yeah. If our defense is either that good or that bad, would be hard to tell, though, if Trey was out there just running game on them all game from beginning of practice to the end, though. So, but Ayuk is.
Yeah, that's true.
And we need to be I don't know, cornerbacks, J-Dub, Javarius, what happened? Thought y'all was supposed to be Pro Bowlers, or damn near Pro Bowlers. Ayuk's going to be one, though, Howard. Oh, my goodness. But go ahead, fam.
Yeah, BA, he's showing out, man, and he's definitely stepping up. You can tell, man, he's got that Debo rub real quick. You see that money Debo got?
Yeah.
He was like,
yeah,
that looks good right now. My turn now, bro. You don't mind if I get a couple thousand too? You know what I'm saying? Get a couple thousand yards this year.
And he tell Debo, I ain't gonna wait like you did. I'm gonna erase all my 49er stuff off my wall about midway through the season. As soon as I get over 1,000 yards, I'm gonna start taking everything down. Let them know before the season ends, I'm coming. Give me my money.
You know what?
God.
As funny as that sounds, I don't think BA's the type to do that. Like he a quiet guy, man.
His agent will
He
stop
a quiet storm, man.
Yeah.
He a quiet storm. Like he's like, yeah,
But Howard, like I said,
quiet.
players got to stop making demands too soon. It's like Roquan's over in Chicago, all pissed off, and it's a few days before the state season starts. Roquan, if you gonna be mad, could you have gotten mad a couple of months ago? How you gonna wait till now to decide you're unappreciated? See, that don't make no sense.
Yeah, he had all spring, most of the summer, and he didn't say anything. I'm with him. I'm like, yo, he should get paid.
Yeah, I want them all to get paid, but don't
he waited
timing.
all time. Yeah. Don't wait till the last week or two before preseason starts.
Because now you put your own in a position where if you're going to be that disrespectful, well, now I got to disrespect you. Well, Roquan, no. I mean, you're supposed to be focusing on your job at hand, which is to go out there and be the best linebacker in football. You're going to start protesting about your pay now? Oh, come on, man. No. That's strange.
You mad? Ronbo, could you imagine if Debo did that this week? Oh,
I'd
my
be disappointed.
God.
I love me some Debo, though, but I'd be disappointed. I would.
So Debo would have been destroyed by this fan base, man. Damn. They would have been Diva Samuel to get the hell out of here. They would have been killing him. Bro.
And rightfully so.
I'm just glad everything worked out. Just glad everything worked out, man. That's all that meant.
Yeah. I knew it was. And John Lynch even said it. We're not trading him.
Of course. Yeah. You're a damn fool. Like, who we gonna trade him for?
The Jets. What was that Jets
Ain't
offer?
nobody else did.
Yeah, that Jets offer was mediocre.
I don't even remember. Yeah. I don't remember.
Although Howard,
I don't even remember, man.
But a draft pick from the Jets, it could be lucrative. Jets, ain't no Jets fans in here. I wonder, Howard, what are the Jets going to? Are they going to be top of the lottery, mid pack, or what?
I think they're going to be in the middle of the pack this year, man. I'll even go as far as saying they may be borderline playoff team, possibly.
Maybe. They picked up some people.
That's a bold. Yeah. That's a bold statement. Like they built that defense is pretty good.
Yeah, what's Robert Saleh?
They got weapons now, a couple weapons. It's offensive line. They had a couple of good first rounders the last 3 years.
Yeah. Big man Becton
their
got
offensive line should be straight.
Big man Becton got hurt though. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So hopefully be back.
There's always a surprise team though. I mean, we go beat all surprises, but there's always a surprise team or two every year in both conferences that, damn, they came out of nowhere. So maybe it's the Jets.
Why can't it not be the Jets, though? Everybody thinks it's going to be the Dolphins.
Could be.
Everybody thinks it's the Dolphins.
I forgot about them. Howard, if you look at the personnel, and we got to play them, they should be tough. We'll see. Because their defense was pretty good last year, actually.
You talking about the Dolphins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What week do we play them? Because Mike is waiting.
I don't even remember. I don't remember. I think it's middle of the season.
Good. We should be, whoever we are going to be, we should be it by week 8 anyway. So.
Yeah, we played, I think we played a couple of AFC West teams early on.
Oh.
And then the AFCs,
But they need to worry about us. We got time's up.
Exactly.
It's scary how fast that went by. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, though. I'll be back. I'm looking for you.
That's right, man. Make sure all you Niner fans don't be scared of these Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos and the
Raiders.
Chargers.
There ain't nothing.
Let's get the Chargers.
Just come and growl it. They'll be scared. Howard, I'll see you tomorrow, man.
All right, big brother.
Yeah.
Take it easy, man. Peace.
You too. Night, bam. And hey, Steven in Rome in the house. Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Steven. We're going over day 11, and we saw and heard some things that sound good. Sounds good. What did you take in today's workout? You check things out. What do you think?
I checked out a couple of things. One thing I was looking at was mainly the rough draft of the roster that they have lined up so far.
Yeah, Steven, get your mic is we can barely hear you.
Oh, sorry. How about now?
That's a little better. All right, go ahead.
No, what I was saying was
That's
I was
perfect.
checking out the rough draft, roster for the 49ers. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Did you say depth? You talking about the depth chart?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's funny. What did you think? Because when I read it, like Casey, I didn't know what to make of it. Go ahead, though.
Honestly, when I was looking at it, I was kind of thinking to myself, I was like, okay, where's everyone at? Who fits in the spot? What's going on? How are we gonna, go about this? Kind of just looking over it, trying to see where they're thinking, where their heads at in terms of wide receiver placement, who's starting, who's not starting, who's third, and who.
Did you get a real
second.
sense? Did you get a real sense of that when you're reading it? Because I didn't. I saw it. All the names were in chronological order as far as how good they were from one. As the left column, you're looking down there, and then you look to the right, and I was thinking, was that the second string? I couldn't really. What did you think?
No, it's weird the way they laid it out. It made it seem like, yeah, this is the second string, but really it's not. It's just it's hard to make something out of it, I'll be honest with you, because the way they layered it too, towards the very end of the right side where it's you have Danny Gray and then underneath him is Marcus Johnson or something like that, Maurice Johnson.
Yeah.
It's okay, is Maurice Johnson third or second? What is he? But from what I could see though, it looks like starting on both sides, starting on one side on the left and starting on the right, it's going to be Debo and Brandon Ayuk, which is nasty in my opinion. That's too much for a defense to handle, especially when you have Debo running right through or trying to catch, and then you have Brandon Ayuk saucing up a CB like it's nothing.
It's a perfect formula, and Danny Gray, even if he's not ready to really contribute to prime time yet, if he's on the field. And he goes in go routes constantly. What are you going to do? You got to respect it. So now the offense looks like it should look.
Yeah, and if you don't respect it, you're going to pay big.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed this on that depth chart, the rough draft of the depth chart, where it has wide receivers. It's Brandon Debo Samuel, then Ray McLeod threw it second, and Juwan Jennings underneath him too as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
what do you think?
That's very interesting to me.
Right? See, that's why I said Juwan's below Danny Gray. Okay. Well, then you start thinking, okay, that makes sense. But then it doesn't.
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't really figure out what they're doing.
It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to roll with it. Because if you look at – this is the one thing that had me head-scratching on, though, for sure. So the QB room, Trey Lance, Nate Sudfeld, Brock Purdy, and Jimmy. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where is –
Just put Jimmy on there just for the name, just for the sake of putting him on there. Guys, why are you putting Jimmy on there anyway? He hasn't been a part of anything.
No, my thing is, when did Nate Sudfeld prove to be, oh, yeah, we could trust him to be backup QB to Trey? When did that happen?
When they signed him for $2 million, they seem to have. This is all probably already established fact. No matter what Brock does, it looks like Nate's going to have to be number 2 just from what they have to pay him.
Yeah, and then let's talk about that defense. Samson Ebukam and Nick Bosa starting together on opposite sides of each other.
See, and then you go to column to the right. There's Drake Jackson's next, ahead of Hyder and everybody else on the team. And that's when I started to say,
Charles Eminehu.
Yeah, I said, okay. Well, what does that mean? Is Drake is he high in the order now? Right now?
That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, we'll see Friday.
Now,
how they trot him out on the field. That's usually some indication as to who they're looking at in the placement. Because if you come in first in early,
you want to talk about. You want to talk about something kind of depressing, in my opinion. Man, Diamador Lenore, he's third. He's way down there. He's behind Dante Johnson.
Yeah,
that's something that.
Yeah, he's gonna get cut.
Yeah, it's not looking good for him. I mean, really, it sucks because I really wanted him to do good. He's had so much promise. And then, you have the rookie Tariq Castro Fields right behind him. But there's so much good about him and so much promise about Tariq over Diamador Lenore. It's just, with Diamador, it seems like it's a speed thing. It's a speed thing, and then, catching on to, what the receiver's going to do.
Yeah.
Ambry Thomas, he's fast, but, he don't got the hip movement.
Well, Ambry, he started off looking awful last year, remember? And after 3 weeks of abuse, all of a sudden Ambry Thomas became maybe our best corner. Because Emmanuel Sanders, they weren't throwing at him. And why bother, right? We got this kid over here on this side. Let's throw on his side. And Ambry made him pay finally.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's even more interesting? The special teams lineup. The depth chart for the special teams, it's Ray McLeod, punt returner, and then kickoff return is still Ray McLeod. But if you look at the second column over, it's Brandon Ayuk and Danny Gray. Kickoff return, Danny Gray, and then punt returner, Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, I don't want any. I do not want Ayuk on the return. Danny Gray, yeah, please, because the guy's got bullets for feet. So, he can do that. He probably done it anyway. And Ray, that's what he does.
Also.
But Ayuk, no injuries, please.
Also, I thought one more thing I want to talk about too before you cut me loose.
Right, because we got about 30
Willie
seconds.
Snead. Willie Snead underneath Marcus Johnson doesn't make sense to me either. And then Alfredo Gutierrez underneath Sam Schulter. That I don't even know who that fool is.
Yeah, who is Sam?
Oh my God. Okay.
God. Okay, that chart. There's so many questions on it. Maybe don't take it seriously yet. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to try not to. But Spencer Buford at right guard, I can agree to that.
Yeah. Everybody does. I can't wait to see what he looks like Friday. All right. Steven, you in Rome. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.
You too, Ronbo. I'll see you tomorrow.
Man. All right. Night, Steve. Night, Rome.
Good night.
And we roll over here to Brian and little Lily, and of course, what is it? Lori. Yeah. Hey, Bryant.
Hey, Ronbo, you are too kind. How are you tonight?
Great. I'm telling you, I'm loving as things develop. And it's soap opera as the world. It's as the 49ers turn. We're starting to see things that we need to see. Your feeling on today's workout, and what do you expect going forward? I like what I saw and heard today.
Well, I think right now everybody should just remember it's practice.
Mm-hmm.
You practice for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a good day. Everybody has a bad day. Not everyone's going to be perfect out there.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't the practice today? The offense was a little bit better because the two corners weren't out there.
Uh-oh. See, somebody did this to me the other day. They gave me some facts that I was unaware of. Okay, damn it.
I believe
Which two quarters are you talking about?
They're doing good.
Javarius, was it out there?
I believe Javarius wasn't out there, and Moore wasn't out there, but the other one wasn't out there either. So every time they sit down, the team does better. The offense does better. And same thing when Bosa's not playing, the offense does better.
Yeah. Bosa was living in the backfield today. Well, then again, our offensive line, if Williams wasn't playing, McGlinchey. So I guess it works both ways, Brad.
It really does. And people are going to say, oh, well, they're going up against the best defense in the league. Well, yeah, but if we can't do anything against the best defense in the league, and we can't do much when our best players are sitting down, we're gonna have to just practice a little bit harder, I guess, or train better. But it's practice, so you can't get stuck up on it. One guy throws 5 interceptions 1 week, and then takes you to the championship game. You can't get hung up on that because it's practice.
And you're supposed to. If you're going to make these mistakes, it's good to make mistakes in practice. Actually, not constantly and every day. You should be gaining on whatever you've learned from making that mistake. But there's nothing. People get a little carried away with making judgments on the offense and defense and what they're getting done. They're out there working to get better. If they make some mistakes, well, good. Because if they don't make mistakes, they're not going to learn.
Your normal mechanics, your normal, how you catch the ball, how you throw the ball, that should already be embedded into you. You should be working on that. But, as far as like trick plays and stuff like that, special things that take time for other players to, because everybody needs to be moving at the same speed or whatnot. Fake punts and stuff like that. That's what you should be practicing. But I'm not the coach, so I don't know what they're practicing.
No, but you're on the right path, though. I mean, what you're talking about is exactly right. Yeah, the football, you see how those guys are moving at 100 miles an hour out there? They make it look easy because that's what they do. So when people sit there and make judgments, if somebody messes up, they don't understand. It takes time and real professionalism and talent to do what they're doing. So if you see a mistake, you sit back and, oh, he sucks. Oh, please. God. And if you're a person, a purist of the game, you get frustrated with that person. Shut up. So
it does take a lot of time to have rhythm, and have charisma with another player. When you do hand off the ball and you do it really nice and stuff like that, you and that player, they got, when you're not fumbling, all that stuff adds up. But right now,
if you don't do it right by it, the defense will blow it up in the backfield. You do it, even handoff. You do the handoff wrong, man, that'll blow up in a heartbeat too. It just has to be done right.
Exactly, because if you have a quarterback that knows, okay, he's confident. I know a lot of people don't think Jimmy was confident or could read defenses and make
just the worst football player of all time. I know.
And regardless if he can or can't, he had to listen to what Shanahan said. Shanahan said, throw the ball in the middle of the field. He throws it in the middle of the field. He doesn't mean throw it to the linebacker, but sometimes players have to cut and they have to get into certain positions, and it's all about timing again, like you said. And, I know a lot of people say, oh, he doesn't take responsibility for his interceptions and stuff like that. Well, I don't see him going up there and saying, well, yeah, I didn't cut the right way. And,
I never threw his players under the bus.
I heard him saying, yeah, we have to be better. So, like, I don't know. I'm not here to, support him all night. And, but one thing is really weird is they still have him on the roster. And are they really trying to hold out for a trade partner? Are they trying to spank him because he did his surgery? It doesn't make any sense. Are they trying to see how long Trey Lance stays? Are they trying to see if Trey's going to, last preseason and then they're going to try to renegotiate him? Or, I mean, is there really a scenario that this guy is still going to be on the team when it comes to week one?
Did you read an article today that somebody asked Kyle? No, I've not heard. Kyle's very blank and stoic when he says it. No, I've not heard about any trade talks involving Jimmy Garoppolo. And it's like a silence. Yeah. Kyle,
and you're not gonna get the real answer from him.
Never.
And
you get that Kyle face when he says it.
It is Trey's team to move forward, but this is just crazy because the Niners continue to allow the circus to continue to go on. Again, they could have just they didn't even have to put him on the roster. They could have said like injured reserve, or they could say he's on the pup list or something like that, or make an abbreviation, but no, for you to put him on the floor. So you're telling me Purdy's over him? Over him? I mean, come on. So you can't really take any stock into it. Right.
Hey, Brian, I you know what? I see this happening though. If for some bizarre reason Jimmy is on this roster past August 29th, I can see Jimmy in the lobby signing autographs and taking pictures of girls and pushing Subway sandwiches, because, Jimmy's like a great-looking guy, and he represents, and the 49ers will find another way to use him. Jimmy, we're not releasing you, and we're not, we're trying to trade you if we can't get a deal. They won't finish that sentence, Brian. And this is what people all say. They've already said they're not releasing him. Well, what does that mean?
Yeah, exactly. I know, like, I've had this conversation with you. I've had it with other people. I'm reading what people are saying in the chat. I totally understand. They want to get rid of him. They want to move off of him, but they're not. They
want to make
doing
a deal.
It. And they want to make a deal, and then everybody wants to say, "Oh, there is no deals out there." And then they say all these different teams are going to be like interested in him. But then when you go and listen to those teams, they're not given. When you go to listen to the Giants report, they're not saying, "Oh yeah, we're going to go get Jimmy." When you listen to the Seahawks, they're not saying, "We're going to go get Jimmy." They're not doing that. Now this is out with the Rams. The Rams now want Jimmy. Get out of here! Come on.
I love it. That's going to be my favorite.
Yeah. But hey, once again, thanks for having me on. Everybody, remember this is just practice, and we'll see what happens. This Friday against the Packers. I expect to see Trey Lance in for a little while, and then we'll see Nate Sudfeld and Purdy. But no, I don't. Yeah, a lot, huh? But no, this is definitely Trey's season, and we do need to get behind him, develop him, and
he's learning. He's
support
learning.
him.
He's coming along.
If he has one bad practice or a good practice, don't crown him or decapitate him. It's only practice.
They're going to do it.
Thanks for having me on, Ronbo.
Appreciate you, Brian, always. Good night, Tony. Good night, Lily. And good night, Holly. Beautiful picture, too. All right, fam. Talk to you later. There's Bryant and Elvis. Ellis, have you been paying attention? Today, our boy he's learned so much so far. He's starting to really in fact, I suspect by week 1 of the season, Trey's going to be looking at teams like, man, this defense here. Hey, man, come here. Let me talk to y'all, man. 'Cause listen, this defense here ain't nothing like what we see on a daily basis. Let's go to town. I look forward to that. What are you thinking?
Well, I heard we had some good news today.
Yeah.
Going real good.
And extra
That's
good.
always good news. And
oh, by the way, Jeffrey Wilson came to play today too. I'm a huge JW fan, and to hear he was out there busting a move, I said, all right, because people been talking like he ain't even out there, So yeah, you know what's really bad though, Ellis? I gotta say, I've not heard anything about Trey Sermon. When's the last time you heard anything about Trey Sermon?
Kyle says about nothing since. It sounded like Jeff Wilson and
Elijah. But everybody knows Elijah's gonna do his stuff. Yeah.
And Mason.
Yeah. Hey, today Mason did something special. Yeah.
Well, he's gonna make this team. I don't know, man. Something about Jermichael Hasty I just feel like it's taking too long to really get.
I forgot about him until you just brought his name up. Damn.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. Maybe they think they can try to stash Mason on the practice squad, but I think somebody's gonna scoop him, especially if they have somebody like coming to any of our training camps and looking at our players and shit like that.
He might be on his way to Cleveland since Kareem Hunt is like, look, I'm a good ball player. I need to get paid. So these guys coming a few days before the season starts to talk about they need to get paid are hilarious. So
Yeah, Roquan.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's crazy. I wonder what's going to happen. If they're going to be able to retain him, or is he going to be on the first thing smoke?
You could get something for Roquan too. The Cowboys will take that deal in a heartbeat.
Yeah, the Cowboys would be.
Yeah, he'd take that deal.
Would be a candidate. I don't know what Seattle's looking like over there. I don't know what their linebacking core is looking like, but by them losing,
they'd have to trade Jamal Adams. They don't have any money.
Well, you know.
I think Jamal's out for a few weeks too, as I remember. Ellis, it's fun to talk about other teams' issues. I need to stop it before something happens to us because when I look at Stafford over there, talking about Stafford seeing limited, now he's missing workouts. And then Rudy comes on Twitch as I'm in there laughing. Ronbo, the best quarterback in the NFC, is doing just fine. You guys aren't going to get that lucky. Rudy, I hope you do come in tonight. I'm waiting on you too. Go ahead, Ellis. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mekhi Becton fractured his leg. He got really bad
kneecap,
man.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's too damn bad. That's back-to-back seasons at Mekhi Becton.
What? Did he miss last year?
Either him or who's that other offensive lineman? Was there another top offensive lineman that they had there? I could have sworn Mekhi Becton was he was injured. I don't know, was it his rookie season?
Even if it was Becton, that's too many times. I do remember them losing a very important offensive lineman last year. Was it Becton?
It was Becton or was it another one or something, if I'm not mistaken. But
anyways,
that's a big loss for them, you know what I mean? Because that's one of the, the better linemen that they have outside of, Lakin and stuff like that.
Oh,
so,
that's right. They got Lakin. Yeah, so they needed Becton.
Yeah.
Damn.
For sure. But just glad to hear, Debo's getting
he's starting to warm up
into the swing of things.
Yeah, he made some plays.
It's going to happen. It was going to happen anyway, so I'm not surprised. And, we just got to make sure that, we can keep this momentum. I'm looking forward to Friday, seeing what's happening. Kyle's going to play Trey, the first and the third game. Probably
only a little
majority
bit
of the games. But,
Friday, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get out there and get warmed up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they're not
at
doing
least
any plays or
get
anything
2
yet
series.
anyway, so it's just about looking at players that they want to keep, especially these first 2 games.
Yeah, he needs at least 2 series, man. I mean, minimum.
You think so?
You need to let him get two full drives. Yeah, I think it would be good for him. But if he puts them in for 1 series, then so be it. But I would like to see him, since they cut it down to 3 games now. I would like to see him get as many reps as possible, just so he can get comfortable. You know what I mean? He's got to get that in game.
Did we play 4 last year?
But I guess if it's a series, then so be it.
Yeah. How many preseason games did we play last year? I thought it was 3 last year as well. Was it 4? And did we end with the Chargers again?
I was at one of them.
We don't end with the Chargers
We played
this
the
year.
Chiefs. We played the Chiefs. We played the Raiders. We played the Chargers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
and
we always
played
do.
one other game, but they might have cut it down last year. Maybe that was the start of the first season of it. I don't know. Shit. It's been so long, but
and this won't be the first time we played the Chargers and played them during the regular season as well. Since there's something going on between San Diego and San Francisco that they got to play preseason games. It's convenient, there's less travel time.
yeah, man, we got a nice schedule this year, so I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I am too. This is the test. This is the ultimate test this year. That's, people keep saying, no, the 49ers need to be scared of us. Realistically, we're playing a lot of playoff potential teams, so it is definitely going to be a test. A lot like it was in 2019. We got more than one gauntlet to run through. In 2019, there was that one gauntlet of Baltimore, Nolans, and Green Bay, and I was sweating the whole time. I think we won 3 out of 4 of those games. We had one more, I think, too. We won 1 out of 3.
Seattle.
Yeah, well, they might have been in that mix too. So that's testing the team's mettle, but we need that. It's okay.
Yeah, it's Spencer Burford. I think he might end up
starting.
They said something about him getting moved to tackle eventually too. I know he's going to be. Right now, he's playing in at guard. But he could be a star, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing, Spencer come through. We got some other guys, too, in there, and some sleepers out there in the secondary and whatnot. Emmanuel Mosley's dealing with some kind of undisclosed injury, but
I know. What does that mean?
shit, that's the worst. It's the worst. That's the worst time to be having to be getting hurt, man. He didn't even start the season yet.
He's never going to give you a full season. Well, fam, we ran our clock. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. This time of year we talk plenty of ball. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Ronbo. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you, Ellis. Give a shout out to that.
Yeah, always.
To that squad. All right, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hit that like, subscribe, man.
There goes Ellis, the leader of the squad. And let's go check out. Hey, Levi.
Yo, Ronbo.
Levi. Yeah, Levi.
Hello?
Levi, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes. Hello.
Hello, Ronbo.
Levi. Levi, can you hear me? I'm over here yelling.
Dang, I don't think they
Levi, I don't know if that's your connection or mine. My lights say that I'm coming through. Levi, I don't know. We got some kind of strange connection. I wish you'd call back. Because Levi's not coming through. Okay. Let's go have some donuts and Tanisha. You're donuts and coffee? Donuts and Tanisha. Donut!
What's going on, Ronbo?
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Tanisha. Well,
hey. I
Good
got
to hear
to,
from
hey, before we get started, Ronbo,
Okay.
hey, I would like to ask the 49er faithful to do me a huge favor, man. Can everybody please give my lady, my queen, my other half, my soon-to-be wife, you understand me, the lady of the true 49er faithful of the North Cali, California, can you wish her a happy 41st
I knew you were going to say happy birthday. I feel like I got to sing.
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday to Tanisha. Happy birthday to Tanisha. Happy. Happy birthday.
Woo! Thank you, Ronbo. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you, faithful. Shoot.
Pleasure.
Yes.
You guys in the chat, make sure you say happy birthday to Tanisha. Well, come on in, fam. Y'all you know, we're sitting here going over day 11. I'm right along with Tanisha's birthday. Glory be. Let me turn me into Reverend Ron now.
Oh, yeah, man. Just got done cooking up everything, man. I made some stuffed bell peppers with the red beans and rice up in there.
Yeah.
With the bread topping, you feel me?
Yes.
I made also some mini sliders, you understand me? You know what I'm saying? And I also made, a delectable yellow cake with chocolate icing. So for the kids that like chocolate, I made some chocolate on chocolate cupcake. And I saved a couple of pieces for the blend.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Woo. Listen.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yes. It was all so good. So good. Yep.
I didn't know that you had all them culinary skills.
Man,
just call me the ghetto Iron Chef for the 49er Empire, baby. That's all you got to do.
Right there.
When I cook, you can add your hot sauce, your tartar sauce, your whatever, your barbecue sauce, whatever you want to add. Teriyaki too, baby. I got you. You understand me?
Sounds like it. I'm impressed. That's awesome.
What we talking about tonight, y'all? What we talking about tonight?
We're looking at the workout today. And as you know, the defense has not been nice to the offense. But the offense, they up today and got some licks in, and it's a good sign. What we ought to keep in mind is you sound like Kyle's out there diagramming any kind of offensive systems or anything like that. So it's all mano con mano. This is all like, who is the badasses out here? If we just go get out in a dirty field, a sand lot, and play ball, what does it look like? So, and today, The 49ers lost a little bit of an offensive, and they came back. Fred was out there still talking trash and beating people up and snatching things he wasn't supposed to be snatching, but still, not bad.
Oh, yes, man. You know what? Like we said before, man, you know what I'm saying? It's training camp. You know what I'm saying? The first week, everybody was getting their legs together. Everybody was getting themselves right. A couple of injuries happened, but at least it's not to the heavy hitters, to our starters. You understand me?
Yes.
And let's keep things in mind. You know what I'm saying? As weeks go, people get stronger, Faithful. As weeks go, whatever schemes come together, they got to work together. Even those who has missed time with Trey Lance and Brandon Ayuk.
Like
And
Debo.
You also got your boy George Kittle. Yeah, like Debo. You know what I'm saying? He had to get his wheels up on him, but he finally getting it together. But what I want to talk about on a comical standpoint, forget Mr. Irrelevant and forget the other backup quarterback, Mr. You know what I'm saying? Let me get to the point. I'm ready to throw Mr. Disrespectful out there, Mr. George Kittle, dress him up the way he did, and when he was throwing the passes out there at the practice, man, I'm like, man, hold on, this dude got a cannon.
Wait. Are you talking about Sudfeld?
Like 53 yards.
You talking about Nick Sudfeld?
Yeah. No Nate Sudfeld, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
but it was your boy
and he had a
George
good day
Kittle.
today. Yeah.
Yeah,
he did.
I saw he did. You know, and you know what? It's the offense is going to be nice, man. The first test is going to be this weekend, but from what I'm hearing on the web, you know what I'm saying, to everybody, Trey Lance is going to be starting game 1 and game 3. So I think that's a good thing. You know,
Oh, you mean on the preseason? Okay.
Yeah, preseason. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, we can't be afraid to throw players out there to get their legs together and get right for the season. Debo Samuel, understand. Some other players maybe. But we got to get them out there for at least 1 or 2 series. Let's see what this young pup can do. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how much he learned, and let's see that cannon ride. Remember, this is only game 1 of the preseason. We took these guys out in the snow in the playoffs, so I'm not really worried about it, Ronbo.
You know, I just realized something, though, fam. DM says, "Is that Tone Loc?" You know, you've heard that before, haven't you? You do sound like Tone. I was trying to remember. I've heard somebody who talks like Donut before.
I get that a lot.
DM.
Yeah.
So say, hold on, baby. I get paid to do the thing.
Stop fooling out the ball. I'm doing my thing. Every time I watch the game, I'm always down the game. And every time we go on the thing, we always Gina Bina. And every time we get a win, I'm getting funky cold Medina. You know what I'm saying?
That was incredible. See, now I'm gonna think about Toad every time you call. But you know what? Sudfeld has been a guy that I've been picking on since they paid him. If he can come in there and do a decent job as a backup, maybe some of my fears can be just gotten rid of, you know? Because now, see, if Trey goes down, Here comes Sudfeld. But Sudfeld's been having good workouts lately. Every now and then he has a hiccup in his practice. So, you know, maybe the 49ers knew what they was doing by signing him 2 years in a row, $2 million. He's made $4 million on the 49ers in the last 2 years.
Yes, indeed. But you know what, though? It's all about not only earning your keep, but it's also next man up. You know what I'm saying? Just in case. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants this to happen, but just in case, you want our backup to at least win 3 out of the 5 games. You know what I'm saying? No matter who.
If our starter's out.
So they can do it. Yes. So, you know, if Sudfellas keep doing this thing, you know what I'm saying, and keep, you know, striving and keep progressing, I'm all for it. But if there's nothing but depletion, man, get that mother duck pluck up out of here and let's go to the next. You know what I mean?
Because Brock is going to be – but they're going to put Brock on the practice squad. Kyle likes to keep 3 quarterbacks because it takes too long to learn his offense. So Kyle's never going to be a quarterback short if he can. So Brock Purdy, they were looking at him before. They were going to pick him up as an undrafted free agent, but they went ahead and used a draft pick against better judgment, and that's why he's on the team.
Right. And you know, that's the way things work out sometimes. You know, but you know, it's a blessing that we got 3 quarterbacks to work with. You know, and let these offensive linemen continue to get stronger. You know,
Please.
those who go down, next man up. You know, and you know it starts with the feet, legs, hands, and mind. You know what I'm saying? Keep that head on the swivel, lineman. You know what I'm saying? Pick up where they, you know, if nobody's in front of you, keep your head on the swivel. Pick up on the next one. Help out on somebody who's getting beat. Y'all know what to do, lineman.
That's right.
Play your game and Grant's gonna be okay.
You're absolutely right. That's how an offensive lineman is supposed to think. Just because your man misses assignment don't mean that you ain't responsible to get in position to make that play. It's all about protecting that QB.
That's right.
Yes. Oh, man. And the thing is, we got to go, but Aaron Banks has got to stop Javon Kinlaw from owning him every now every day. Javon just does whatever he pleases with Aaron Banks, and that worries me. I mean, Javon's a big man. Okay, I understand that, but still, Aaron, you're the biggest man on the field. Even bigger than Javon. Come on now.
Hey man, I told y'all, faithful, Javon Kinlaw turned into the young Forrest Whitaker on that movie Fast Time at Ridgemont High. If you ain't seen the movie, please go bless your eyes with it and go to the scene. Javon Kinlaw is mad this season, and whoever's in front of him, no matter who's how big or how strong, is going to be good with Kinlaw. You understand me? Happy birthday to my baby Tanisha.
Yes, Tanisha.
Shout out to the MF Faithful, y'all.
Yes, thank you, Faithful. Everybody, I saw your little post on the side. Appreciate all the happy birthday messages. Thank you all very much.
Yeah.
And bang, bang, not again. Everybody, have a good night.
All right. Happy birthday to T. And I'll be back tomorrow if y'all got time. All right.
Show you right.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Donut T.
Marketing Pro, this is Bernie. Marketing Pro, this is Bernie Mac. Stay above the cheddar. Mr. Rudy, I just want to say, Jordan, get up out of here, Jordan. And we out.
Peace out, y'all.
You did a Marketing Pro style, too. Good night, Donut. Tanisha. Marketing
Good night,
Pro.
Ronbo.
Good
night. Marketing Pro, you have just been served. That was you up and down. It was great. Woo! Hey, Levi.
Hey, Ronbo.
Levi, can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right.
You couldn't hear me.
I could hear you before too, but you couldn't hear me. So.
Well, I could hear you say, "Can you hear me?" You just no.
Okay. No, I heard you the whole time though. But
oh, that's weird.
I know, right? I don't know what's going on with that.
All right.
But after say happy birthday to Shanisha.
Oh, happy birthday! Extremely happy birthday, and congratulations on another survival anniversary.
You know, with this world, that's what you got to do. Talk about it, surviving from one year to another. But Marketing Pro, if you're out there, man, I tell you, you just got mimicked perfectly. I was trying to imitate Marketing Pro before I came on the air a few times. It's hard to do that because Marketing Pro has a cadence, a style that's really, it's hilarious. But hey, Levi, you're good at imitations. Have you got Marketing Pro down yet?
No, I don't really care.
Levi doesn't like Marketing Pro.
I think I disabled Marketing Pro in the chat like when I first got there. Like if I see a non-49er fan spotting nonsense, I just go ahead and disable him.
Quick.
The only time I have to deal with him is when I hear you say his name or he come on the chat or he come on the phone.
Dude comes to talk. Yeah. Ronbo, I'm gonna tell you right now. You know, it comes in with that southern attitude and drawl, you know. He runs it down too.
But another thing, man, you're not the only 49ers channel that he's on. Like I was on the 49ers channel this morning, and then he said, "Oh, Marketing Pro, I said, it's good to see you. I hope."
Man, you know.
So I'm like, dang, man, this dude hang out on 49ers channels. Like, are there no Rams channel?
It's Don Burr. There's a select group of guys that like to. They just like to stick digs into the 49ers. And they think by making their presence in there, making little nasty notes, I think they're a coalition of some kind. They all hang together, you know? And so, yeah.
Part of the problem is that they get attention when they come.
It's not going to last long.
If they arrive in these places and nobody acknowledges them,
then they get ignored.
kind of like that Bears fan, we say acknowledge.
Listen, here's the thing.
That's
Levi,
the same thing as your Rams fan. They
we-
just didn't even acknowledge me, and guess what? We acknowledge. At least
Listen,
y'all do.
but Levi, we don't see Raider fans in anymore because it's always a short-term thing. We don't see Hawks fans in here anymore. So I always get a kick out of people coming in here knowing, and they should know, in just a little while, it's going to be all over. And we're not going to be able to find you. I just wish they'd leave addresses so I can come back and say, hey, ain't seen you in a while. What's up? Damn it. I wish I could find a way to do that. But Levi, let's get back to football, 49er football. What did you think about today?
Well, Ronbo, it's practice, so I don't really think much about it. I'm more of a what we do in the actual game. But they don't want it matter. So I need to see everybody come together when it matters the most. Right now, everybody's just, they trying to get in the flow and, like they say, get the time and everything. But I also got another conspiracy that might not be much of a surprise.
But I like those. Go ahead, give us that.
All right. Every time when they have to mention Jimmy, he had surgery, but we ain't holding nothing against him.
Yeah. No. Why do they even bother to make those statements? Good point. Go ahead. Let me hear the rest of this. Love
It's
it.
like a subtle jab, like, this is why we're going to hold them to the end. If we can't trade them, we're going to hold you to the end, and then you're going to have to find yourself a job at the last possible minute. So I think there's a little revenge for them. I bet they had a deal done for Jimmy, and then Jimmy like, man, I don't want to play for them. And then he's
So I'm
like,
gonna get
oh,
my
man,
shoulder
I got a
operated on.
surgery I need to do. Just like we spoke about before. And then you said, well, they do that, and they're going to, hold them to the end. I'm thinking we have a prophecy being fulfilled.
You could be, because Bryant just came in and said the same thing. And like I said, it's like Jimmy is not going to be able to get employed at the end of the season. And the 49ers will have, see what you did? You did this to yourself. It could be.
But, that it might be good for Jimmy to have an extra chip on his shoulder. And maybe he'll play, depending on where he goes to, hopefully he don't go to the Rams. Max Jackson got this time. But that's a more formidable team than the Seahawks probably going to be.
Yeah, I tell you, the Rams, I don't want Jimmy in this division. I really don't. I don't want anybody to have any more intel. I do not want any quarterback intel from, because quarterbacks are a different breed of people. They'll tell you all you need to know. And Pete Carroll
he's going to tell it.
Yeah, Pete Carroll's going to have to
He'd
deal.
be happy to tell it after what he went through with the 49ers.
So Pete Carroll's also the other
Let
guy.
me tell you this. Normally, I wouldn't tell everything, but you know what? This is what they do. This is their philosophy. Blah, 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 blah. He said, dang, ain't that all it is? Hey, man, I just wanted to stick it back to them, but they're going to hold me the whole season when they know, nobody was going to trade. Just go ahead and let me go. We're going to wait to the last
Go to the
possible
last. We're
second.
going to let you go the last day. You MF. Look what you did to us. And you know what? It's like Kyle. They asked Kyle. No, I've not heard any conversations regarding Jimmy Garoppolo involved in any trades. And it's what's the date today? See, I'm saying, okay, Kyle, why don't you just say I've got nothing to offer on that subject or something like that? You had to say that. Why'd you have to say that?
He's saying, he's still holding kind of personal on him getting his surgery at that moment. Like I said, I think they had a probably trade on the table.
Well,
got a reputation.
remember John Lynch said
there, man.
he had a couple of deals, but Jimmy didn't want to go to Texas. Because remember everybody said, yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo, Texas will take Jimmy, because Jimmy would go to New York. He would have went to Carolina, I have a feeling. So if John Lynch had a couple of deals on the table, Cleveland was never on the table. I will never believe that. So, I don't know where these deals were. And then later on, the media came out and said, Lynch never had anything on no table.
Well, of course. If you ain't going to trade for a person, you don't want to, give out that, hey, yeah, I was interested, and then hurt who you got on the roster.
Yeah.
They going to have to roll in with whoever that Cleveland quarterback is. last thing you want to say, yeah, we was out there, Jimmy. We already did them. They already did enough food.
And Pittsburgh. You know what's gonna happen? No, Levi. Jimmy's probably already got a deal. He ain't stupid. His agent definitely ain't stupid. Everybody's saying, okay, you know they're gonna release Jimmy in about 2 weeks. Are you ready for us? Yeah.
Here's the second conspiracy. This has been Jimmy's plan all along.
Let me hear this. Go ahead.
Okay. What do they say? Okay, you get released. Now you basically got all offers that was supposedly on the table, and now you can negotiate, a deal. Like, so you can basically sign anywhere. You can get yourself a
Your
deal
choice.
or whatever.
But there's no compensation.
Go back up for a good team and try to steal the job.
Yeah. But there's no. The 49ers won't get nothing back though. Well, I guess
Well,
if they're. I guess they're thinking, you know what?
I don't see you think about the 49ers no more. Think about what he went through, man. That season was. Think about yourself being Jimmy Taylor last year, and then at the end when that fullback Kyle Juszczyk just bring it all back to him, and he told him, "Man, you gonna miss." And he's like, "Man, well, it is gonna be my final year." Then you might feel some type of way, like, "Man, I think I will play. I don't think there's anything I could have done this year that would have, saved my job. I don't think that might not be enough."
Levi, you're fading out on us. Are you on speakerphone? Levi?
No.
Okay.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, now it's better.
So I don't think there's anything Jimmy could have did last year that would have,
Would have made any difference this year? You know what, though? It would have changed the dynamic of what they're doing this year had they got to the Super Bowl and won it. Now, you have fans and a large PR move to be made there. It says Jimmy wins the Super Bowl. It's not often that you see a Super Bowl quarterback get traded. Even if NFCCG quarterback. You look at Aaron Rodgers, what's his name, Jordan Love over in Green Bay. He can't even sniff the field. You don't worry about that draft pick then.
Well, Aaron Rodgers won 2 straight back-to-back MVPs, so that kind of like
true. But if you win a Super Bowl, you're going to get the benefit of a doubt. They would have extended Jimmy in that case because they already said, well, we can let Trey sit and learn. So, because now, if Jimmy can win a Super Bowl, that's what the ultimate goal was anyway. So that means the team would be like a little shaken if we got rid of our Super Bowl quarterback to bring in the rookie now. See, it ruins things.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are kind of shaking now that they want Trey Lance over the quarterback that they were winning with. So.
Yeah, well,
Probably
yeah.
right. You're more shaken if they actually won the thing.
Yeah. So
But that's my theories on the thing that
I think that was
the 49ers and
Yeah.
maybe Jimmy is planning it. Maybe he'll go to a team. He got a team in mind that
He'll let him go ahead and do his own thing.
Yeah.
In that case, just let him go
Maybe he'll try to
now.
come back.
Why bother to wait till August 29th? I don't get it. Anyway, fam. Levi, let me see. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back, and then I'll see you this Friday.
All right, Ronbo. Have a good one.
You too, Levi. Night, fam. And then, hey, Tony.
Ronbo, what it is?
Tony, man, we're just looking at as the dramas build, and right, Becton, that's a kneecap. He is, yeah. We knew he was out for the season. I saw you mention that in the chat. So it's a crazy season.
Tough break.
It would be funny though. Roquan, as I mentioned, makes no sense here in the middle of August. Look, y'all need to trade me, and him and Kareem Hunt. What are they thinking?
You know how I feel about Kareem Hunt. I already told you. He's
Yeah, I know.
lucky he's gonna leave.
Who else is trying to do that? To two guys.
Kyler Murray.
Well, they signed him.
Yeah. And they're gonna regret it too. Watch what I said.
He's gonna study, Tony.
So
Come on now. He learned his lesson.
Yeah, but he's not mentally tough to play the quarterback position. And I'm
no.
not backing.
And when you're not physically tough enough for it either, that's a scary combination.
You remember Dwayne Brown, the left tackle, was all pro at Houston and went to Seattle?
Yeah,
number one draft pick.
He's out there available,
They
right?
talking about signing him in New York.
What? Who?
Yeah, they used that at practice today and yesterday. They're
The
talking
Jets?
about signing him. Yeah, the Jets.
they're talking about, because he's a free agent. They're talking about signing him, moving. Who's the other guy they got? The other guy that left, because Beckham was a right tackle.
Right.
So they're talking about signing Dwayne Brown.
Goes to the left side.
Yeah, move Dwayne Brown to the left side, and then taking what's his name here? Taking George Fant. George Fant's already on the right side. So who used to be with Seattle also. So Ronbo, the Falcons fans, man, we should trade just because he went to Georgia. Raekwon Smith. Man, we can't pick up everybody. We don't have the money. Watch we pick him up. We got Deion Jones. Trade Deion Jones. We're the same guy.
You guys play 3-4-4-3.
3-4. We switched to 3-4 last year.
You know what, though? Everybody's got such a hybrid going on right now. It's just a base package. You probably do a lot of things. Roquan would fit with any – I'd pick up Roquan if I could, even with the 49ers with the depth they have. And between Azeez Al-Shar and Dre Greenlaw, that would be an immediate upgrade. So
yeah, a lot of people going to 3-4s now, like the LA Chargers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good, and the 49ers play a hybrid defense that sometimes you'll see them rushing that package. But when you have a guy like Nick Bosa, you want to put him in the best position to do damage. So we're gonna probably the 4-3 is gonna be base package, but you're gonna see some shifting going on out there. And I look with the kind of defense we play with the wide nine, I'm still looking for Fred Warner to become like Roquan's role. Roquan, it's like that one clip said, if you see him, it's too late. Mm-hmm. that's
like that. Rover.
Yeah, that's scary. Mm-hmm. He is quick.
Ronbo, I still believe. I think we talked about this the other night. With these teams going to 3-4, I think Dallas is going to play a little 3-4. But I say good luck with that because they're getting Dante Fowler, who robbed us for over $28 million in 2 years. Good luck with that. He's a thief. But Ronbo, these guys are getting these pass rushers, like one side Khalil Mack, the other side Joey Bosa.
See,
like we talked about the other night, the Raiders. One side Max Crosby, the other side Chandler Jones. You have to go to a 2 tight end, 2 wide receiver offense on certain downs.
That's what I'm talking about, Tony. This is why the overreaction to mobile quarterbacks, you better hope he can get rid of that ball, stay in that pocket, and because you start rolling around, those guys are athletic, they're fast, and they hit hard. You can lose a quarterback like that. Ask Lamar Jackson. Don't be running around any more than necessary. Get rid of that damn ball.
Yep. If you got those 2 studs on opposite sides, like the Jets are going to have the same thing. They just drafted Jermaine Johnson, who I wanted, from Florida State. He's going to be on one side, and Carl Lawson on the other side. Ronbo. So with all these beasts on each side, you can't double. That's why I say have the 2 tight end offense. You can't double either one of them. If you do, you're in trouble.
But
somebody's going to be free.
You took one of your weapons out of the offensive play, though. I need that tight end. Some tight ends are very good at making plays. So, but he got like George Kittle last year, and it's going to be worse for us this year, which really worries me because the offensive line is really questionable. And so now, what are we going to do? We'll see.
And that's the good thing, Ronbo. One of your callers was talking about the upcoming preseason games. Like our starters are playing. I just hope Arthur Smith plays them 2 series and get them out. I say get them out a lot.
Nobody's going to have
2 series and get them out.
Yeah.
Week 2, go ahead and play them a quarter and a half.
No, you mean week 3?
Week 3.
Yeah. The rehearsal game.
Well, week 3, I like to play them 2 series and get them out too, because that's the last.
Yeah, that's right. That's the last game. How big of a shame would it be? That's right. I forgot. The rehearsal game is week 2.
Week 2. Yep.
Yeah. Now it used to be 3.
Play them a quarter and a half. Week 2, a quarter and a half.
Yeah.
And get them out. I still say that game, that half of that second quarter, get them out. Okay, you're done. Go sit down.
And if I look across that field and I see some kind of a monster coming at my off the new other team's defense, I'm sitting certain starters are sitting down right now. I don't care. They go, hey, Ronbo, you coward! You damn right, because I'm gonna start the season with everybody I need. That'd be me.
Ronbo, didn't you tell me you were gonna play multiple backs?
Yeah, we always do. But Kyle, if he likes one back, he does work him to death. He won't call it a bell cow. Well, when you had Devontae and you had Devin, yeah. Devontae got most of the carries, but Coleman got in every now and then, and so we'll see.
Coleman like 8 to 10 carries, then Coleman was a beast as a receiver too.
Yeah, that's why Kyle brought him back to San Francisco with him.
New York, they got some good backs. The Jets, they still got Tevin Coleman to go along with the guy they drafted last year. What's his name out of North Carolina? Carter, Michael Carter.
Oh yeah, I forgot that name. It definitely rings a bell. I can't remember was he pretty good?
He was pretty good. Yeah. I think he got him like 700 yards last year, Michael Carter. And then they drafted this past year. They got the kid out of Iowa State. I thought the best back coming out of college. They got him second round. So
they're gonna run. And as a matter of fact, the league is starting to realize as the defenses start to adjust. How every trend comes in. It used to be most games were run games with some complementary passing. Now it became a passing league. That's why you've got the kind of athletes being drafted you have now. You got big men who can move it. Crosby and Chandler on the same field. That don't even make no sense.
I know, Rambo. I just hope we play tight ends when we play these, when they have that one on one side, one on the other. But if you got a stud right or left tackle, first round pick, all pro, like you guys do with Trent Williams, then you don't need that tight end to help.
Yeah. But you still need someone on the field. He may be taken out of plays, but I wish I could get him out there in the open where I could get the ball to him, because that's what George Kittle in space, what he's all about. But if now I'm worried about Crosby and Chandler and all these other guys, I say, you know what? Trey's got to have time to operate. Guys, I'm going to keep you guys in this week. Oh, come on, Coach. Listen, think about for the team, all right, George? You know what we do. So, it gets to the point where you got to compromise some of your offensive tactics because they've got such an arsenal coming at you, and I don't want it that way. But it is the reality of the situation.
Do you guys have Tampa on your schedule this year?
Yep.
Good. Get them, Ronbo, because Tampa interior, they get their second round pick, Luke Goddard, out of Central Michigan, starting. They lost Ryan Jensen, but they're replacing him with Robert Hainsey. Now, Robert Hainsey, Ronbo, he played with your boy, who's the guy that's replacing at the left guard this year?
Lincoln Thomas?
Out of Notre Dame?
Left guard. That's Aaron Banks.
Yes. Aaron Banks' teammate, yeah. Hainsey was a stud at Notre Dame. He's a third-round pick. He's the next man up at center for them. So he's going to start.
Man,
yep.
That's an offensive line factory.
Yeah. Yep. And the other one they played together at Notre Dame is playing with the Dolphins. Eichenbach.
Yeah, I've heard of him. You know what? If you're an offensive lineman and you're looking for a school to get into, that's the one. Notre Dame. They've got a string. And what's his name
Wisconsin.
over in Wisconsin, yeah.
And Boston College.
Strangely enough. Yeah. There's about 4 schools.
Yep. Yep.
And if you're an edge rusher, you want to go to any school in the SEC. It's funny how it works, huh?
But don't you think Brady's in trouble? Because I do.
Brady, if Brady gets in trouble early, I love when Tom's not happy, everybody knows about it too. So it's going to be funny if that does happen. He does have some struggles this year. And they come in, say they have a 2-4 record at some point. Tommy!
That's because these hybrids, bro. These guys, I'm telling you, watch all over the league. These hybrids, because we got some. We drafted 2. They're coming out the quarterbacks this year. They're coming after them. I see it all over the league.
That's the way it works, Tony. That's the way league adjusts. till when the offense gets to the point where they're dominant, then you go another direction. See, that's why it's almost best to play conservatively. You know, you want to diversify your offensive attack. You don't want all run. You want a balanced attack. This way, defenses have to work a little harder to figure out what you're trying to do here. And that's why I've always been I know it's a passing league, but damn it, you better have a run game to support that passing game. So.
And I don't know how good they're going to be, Ronbo, but we got Lorenzo Carter from the Giants as a free agent, the outside linebacker out of Georgia as a free agent. You know who they replaced him with?
Who?
Kaywan Thibodeau.
Oh.
Kaywan Thibodeau. So he's on one side, and Azeez Ojulari, who I wanted up to draft last year, is on the other. And then they got Leonard Williams at defensive end. So they got
Williams was hurt last year, right? Did he leave the season early?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, he left the season.
I always liked him. Between him and DeForest Buckner, who came out exactly the same time, I says, man, I don't know which one I like the best. I do, but I did like DeForest Buckner anyway the most. But Leonard Williams was no joke that year when he came out of the draft. Whoa!
He made the Pro Bowl in 2020.
Leonard
Williams for the Giants. He
Dude
got hurt last year.
Tough.
I'm gonna be watching for these hybrids, man. They're all over the league. They're attacking these quarterbacks. They're coming after them.
Well, fam.
But now we got one that can run, and so do you.
Yeah, I know, right? And it's gonna be crazy out there. I can't wait to see Drake. Man, it's gonna be interesting. I want to be. He's gonna play Friday a little bit, I'm sure. But Tony, we gotta go. Let me. Wait, that's got to be a joke. Frank Gore has been arrested. Breaking TMZ: Frank G arrested on DV charges. No, Big Show would never joke like that. That's Big Show.
No,
that was, huh?
No, Big Show wouldn't joke like that.
Oh my God. We're gonna check into that, Tony. I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and see you tomorrow, and also Friday, hopefully. You guys got a game on Friday too, right?
Friday, yep. Friday at 6 o'clock time, 3 o'clock your time. We playing early.
All right, this will be fun. It's good. That means we can definitely see you later. All right, Tony.
Yes,
have a great night.
Take care, sir. You too.
Night, Tony. Damn, if show broke that's real. He ain't gonna be doing. He is not. JJ's always having fun. Big Show doesn't play those kind of jokes. Frank Gore arrested? No, you can't arrest Frank Gore. Whatever he did, just say, okay, Frank, listen, I know it's a 49er fan. Sign this for me. Just give me your autograph. Damn it, Frank. Just stop it, okay? Just listen. Don't make me come back here, please. Domestic violence? I didn't even know Frank even lived with anybody. Why? Anyway, I'll look at it later. Fam, please don't forget to subscribe, fam, and hit that like. Thanks for the contributions tonight, guys. Always appreciated. I'll see you tomorrow and see what develops in camp. All right. Happy birthday to Nisha!